Trey likes dudes.
Welcome to College Game Day live from Columbia, Missouri, for Georgia at Missouri. I am Coach Chicago Ted 1.
Hey, Rich 5, coach of the Ducks. Roll Ducks.
I'm Trey
Danger-
Chafin,
oh.
coach at Georgia Tech.
I'm Danger Zone, coach of the TCU Horned Frogs.
And I'm Hi There, coach of literally
Horned
every
Frogs.
team not mentioned beforehand.
All right. We're going to start with the top 25 team. We're doing a new format so it's not 2 fucking hours anymore because I'm tired of sitting here for 2 hours talking about every game. And with like 3/4 of the top 25 actually on bye, we'll only have a couple games to go over here. You can go ahead and get those pulled up.
Game 1, I believe, is UCLA at Louisville.
That is our first ranked game because there weren't any ranked games on Thursday night.
And Friday night's
You
reserved
salty
for
people
that
at the
shitty-
MAC. We'll go over one MAC
Yeah,
game.
we'll talk about the best MAC game of the week.
All right,
First
so
game.
UCLA at Louisville. UCLA, Holden Court.
Pat Ballard
Yeah,
throwing 65 fucking times and getting picked off twice. What a garbage ass game. Louisville
Ken
hasn't been
Eller,
good since Rock
Ken
left.
Eller, I don't even know what to say about Ken Eller. Like, meh.
like, how do you throw 54 passes, not have a single touchdown or interception?
Giving it
Like,
up at the goal
that's
line.
kind of impressive.
It's like slants and screens only.
And then run it in.
Giving the Josh Sheehan-Co the touchdowns because he didn't get really to do anything else. Louisville hasn't been good since Rock left. It's been kind of a
Yeah,
shitty team.
after they were good, both these teams were pretty good in 2013 when UCLA had Jason Johnson and Louisville had Alex Bridgewater. Well, when
Crazy
Bridgewater was
that
playing
it was
well.
like Teddy Bridgewater, Alex Bridgewater. By the way, Alex Bridgewater, terrible NFL quarterback. Bucks, get your shit together.
But he was a pretty damn good quarterback in 2013. But since then, both of these teams have just struggled, and you can see it. But UCLA is ranked number 18 right now with another win. And it was still a 2-touchdown win. They dominated Louisville, especially defensively, picked off Ballard twice. But for some reason, Ballard threw 65 times, which is
Yeah.
By the way, Lou Groza award update. Chris Hogue gotta be a front runner right now. He's made like 30 field goals by now.
No, that's not true.
Not
But
30 field goals. He's made like, fuck you, dude.
Anyway,
My thing with UCLA is I need to see a little bit more out of their offense before I'll consider them a real contender. I mean, it's just
mhm.
Seriously
Ken
though,
Eller and
Louisville-
everyone
Louisville
seem to find a way to
defense isn't-
win. They just seem to find a way to
Louisville's defense isn't that good, and they held them to 20 points. I mean,
Mhm.
over 110 combined passes. I mean,
Yeah, this is something I've noticed a lot this season. Teams are throwing a lot. Like Pat Ballard,
nobody
no
likes
one
to
should
run the
ever.
ball. Running the ball is boring.
No one should ever attempt 65 passes in a game. That's ridiculous. And you see it everywhere, though.
Because everybody's playing to their own strengths. They're not playing against the defense's weaknesses.
I think it may have had something to do with the 1.1 update. Because before
Yeah.
that, you weren't seeing a lot of 65 passes.
Oh yeah,
before
They
that,
also added the
there were only 2 or 3 teams that threw that much.
yeah.
And now
Like,
it's like everybody's throwing that much.
yeah, I think it's a little ridiculous. No one wants to be balanced, and
65 to 11 is obviously a slider issue, though.
no, 65 to 5. Like
No, it's 54 to 5. Oh, that's 54 to 5 for UCLA. I
UCLA had
fucking
11.
mixed them up. That's what happened.
54 to 5
but backwards.
or 11 is actually balanced for UCLA in this game.
They
Which,
must be
I don't really
running
get that though. Like
then.
UCLA was winning the whole fucking game until the third quarter, where they gave up a field goal. They're still winning by 2 possessions, and then they still don't run the ball. Like, come on. Even a team that like Washington State is gonna like at least like slow down. maybe they'll keep them. I don't know.
I just
Anybody, like
shout out to the UCLA coach. He's doing a good job. They're just if they're gonna keep playing like this, then when they eventually go up against a good team in the Pac-12,
Or a
like
good
Arizona
coach.
or USC, they're gonna get beat.
Any
We'll
coach
see.
that realizes that you just have to like defend the pass. Fuck.
Right, and
If you have a somewhat decent secondary, you're not gonna fucking give up.
even TCU secondary might be able to take out Ken Eller.
Yeah, I don't know, but UCLA
Is
has
Louisville secondary that bad? Like no interceptions on 54 passes?
no, but well, they held them
They
like
must have been playing the
50%
bat down
completion.
because it is only 50% completion rate.
Yeah,
Ugh.
but it was just this ugly, stupid game when you have 26 points and 119 passes. Like that's all you can say about it. It was ridiculous. But Louisville's better than they were last year, even though they're 1-2. Like they went 1-11, I think, a couple
Yeah,
years
Can you
ago.
post like a status update? Because when Weiss gets on, I don't want him to be like, "Oh, classic game day," where nobody knows what's going on.
Yeah, post it somewhere.
Put it in a status update. That's always the best.
Anyway, so this game was sloppier than a blowjob from Kate's girlfriend. We'll move on.
Dude, I don't want like this to be out in the world, but I could have said something right there.
Don't.
Yeah,
Anyway,
we'll not go there.
All right.
that's the only
next
joke that
game-
we're getting off on that one. Anyway,
Next game is Army at Michigan. And
closer than the experts think.
yeah,
'Cause
no,
Army's
Army. Adam Stave, the Stavier, is
It's probably
good
Stavy, you
quarterback.
fucking fuck.
Stavi. It's the Stavier. But I mean, they're a good team. Michigan's just better. That's what you're looking at this game. Army wasn't bad, but Michigan just led almost the whole
Doesn't have the
game.
roster that a Michigan has, but they kept it really close to the great coaching. Is the Writing Waffle still the coach in Army?
Yeah.
He's supposedly a pretty damn good coach, but you
Yeah,
look
he's
in the
also the head coach of Seattle, I think so. We'll see how he does.
Look in the first half, though. No offensive points in the first half, but Michigan led by 16.
Anybody
Shout out
notice how many
to,
field goals there are this year? Like, there's like a lot of fucking field goals.
Shout out to Eric Anderson earning that fucking scholarship.
That 51-yarder is actually impressive. But
But when I said about Chris Hogue last game, got enough fuck off.
no, you said he had 30 field goals. I don't think Eric Anderson has had 30 field goals this season.
Okay, Chris Hogue has had like, I want to say 15 field goals so far.
There's no
That's
way.
a drastic drop from 30.
Okay,
No,
30
but-
was an obvious exaggeration, but he's had like 4 a game, so.
It's all right.
Michigan
But-
wins. Tommy Jones is okay. Adam Stave
Hey, at
goes
least he didn't
more,
get hurt.
can't pull it off.
Tommy Jones has been underwhelming as a 5-5, to be honest.
He's almost been kind of like the new Robert Price.
Robert Price was
Higher
4.5
injury rating.
4.5, but
Whatever.
no.
Aikman.
See, I don't know if he was efficient. He was 16 of 22, and they won, so you can't really fault him for this game, but it just seems underwhelming. In the end, though, it's a Michigan win against
Is
an
the Stavier
overmatched.
5-5?
Stavier's 4-4.
Oh, never
Pretty
mind.
good
He's
for a
not making
4-4.
it in the league.
Makes me a little bit excited
Yeah.
about Chester Brenner when I get to bring
Yeah.
him.
4-4 true sophomore. He was a true freshman last year.
Yeah, well. Wait, he was a true freshman last year? We had a 4-4 quarterback? Oh, no. He was less than a
He
4.
wasn't a 4-4 last year.
Right. I see.
Well, let's move on to the
Oh, wait, no,
worst
he's a
game.
junior, my bad.
Do
True
what?
Junior. Stave is a junior, not a sophomore.
All right, ECU at Ohio State.
This was an ugly ass matchup. What can you say other than what the fuck
The
happened?
slow but sure decline of the fucking Buckeyes. The bucking fuckeyes, it's call him that.
6 turnovers.
Glenn
this
Spencer
game.
only completing 10 passes the entire fucking game.
Wow.
5 interceptions. Willie Cohen getting sacked twice for negative 10 yards and a fumble. Maybe
Wait,
not sacked.
what?
Maybe he actually tried to run it. Look at the defensive stat line. Everybody on there has a turnover.
Jesus fuck.
Interception. There are 5 different players caught picks in this game.
And then Tom Rambo with the fumble recovery. Dude who even forced the fumble didn't even make the stat line. That's how garbage this game was.
Yeah, well, Glenn Spencer, I don't think he's getting drafted.
C.J. Logan got drafted. Glenn Spencer will get drafted.
Glenn Spencer's a
Kotar got drafted, and Glenn Spencer will get drafted. It just
Kotar won
really
games.
late.
Well, okay, I would say Glenn Spencer wins games, but Kotar did it better looking than this. Jesus
No,
fuck.
Kotar was a good college quarterback.
Kotar is
For Spencer, it'll depend on his combine. If his combine is solid, someone will take a chance on him.
I guarantee that if Cleveland has a last round pick, they'll pick him up just because Dean's on Cleveland.
He's also a 5/5, so he'll have a high rating going into the draft.
I doubt the Browns would take him because they already got 2 scrambling fucking quarterbacks that aren't really that great.
Maybe
They
the
have
Jets
3.
will take him if the Eric Weegar doesn't work out.
They have 3 scrambling quarterbacks on the roster right now.
Who needs 3 quarterbacks?
It's a great question. Well, the Jets.
The Jags might need 3 quarterbacks.
The Jags and the Jets.
The Jags might need 3 quarterbacks because Alan Taylor's going to have a broken leg at like week 2.
If that happened, I think the Saints would actually celebrate.
Oh yeah, the Saints are hating that.
That would win the trade. I think that would probably win the trade. If Alan Taylor plays less than 50% of the games this season, then I think the Saints win.
No.
Back to college game day.
Who fucking cares?
I think that's the end of
That's the end of the
morning
morning
game.
games. Let's look at the afternoons.
Afternoon, Kentucky at Florida. Yancey Musgrave.
Impost is not that great a coach, apparently.
He told his opponent his fucking game plan. Of course he's not a good coach.
Dude,
That's why I moved him down in the
Man.
rankings.
Impost
That's why I
is
moved
great
him down in
kid.
the rankings.
Yeah. Who the hell tells your opponent what your coach is?
That was one of the greatest
what your
things I've
game
ever
plan.
seen on this site in terms of stupidity. And there's a lot of fucking stupidity that's happened on this site.
It's
Impost
insane.
is probably the most polarizing user since Trey.
No, since Win Machine.
I'm not
Yeah.
that polarizing.
God damn it, Trey.
The most polarizing user since the original owner of Virginia, or the original head coach of Virginia Tech.
Polar?
Yes.
Shut the fuck up.
Fuck you. Boo!
Get the fuck out of this game day.
That was a good one.
So Yancey Musgrave.
That was not a good one.
Yancey Musgrave is good.
He is.
He's good enough, but
No, not good enough. He's legitimately good. Like, he's a damn good quarterback.
Yeah, he'll go in the draft somewhere.
he's going to be a steal because I think people are going to be turned off by Impost's coaching of him. Because he's certainly, for 328 yards, you should be having more than 27 points on the board.
Sorry, the rest of the they
Yeah,
don't
but-
run the ball. Like, it's hard to score when they know you're gonna throw it, but he's going out there and throwing it anyways. 67
Yeah.
passes, 7 rushes. That's I don't think anyone has ever done that. Maybe
Also-
Washington State.
I have heard, I believe I heard a rumor in the shout box that he scheme changes every week.
Wait, who does?
He needs to go smash.
Impost. I believe I read somewhere that he scheme
No,
changes.
that was Duncan that said that.
Honestly,
But
Yancey
that's
Musgrave
state
should
coach.
probably. Well, no, he probably shouldn't declare because there's tons of fucking quarterbacks. But yeah, and he's also
Yeah, they're-
short. That kind of sucks. I'd take him. I'd take him as the backup for Skaggs.
Why you have such a great backup right now, though?
Shut up, Dane. Dude, that game was probably the worst quarterback performance on the site.
Yeah, it was pretty bad.
That's probably worse
All
than
right,
some of
but
the TCU quarterbacks.
Who's ranked now? Is anybody
yeah,
else? Okay, so Wisconsin is. So wait, there was rankings on the afternoon games, but there's not rankings on the morning games?
Yeah.
I just realized this. Okay.
all right.
Florida's O line is really
Job
good. They
here.
haven't had. This was their worst rating, and it was an 8.1.
Yeah, they've had some 9.0s drop too.
They had a
Kentucky-
9.7. They've had the highest ever.
Kentucky put up a fight. I mean, you got to give them credit.
Well,
But-
Steve Gill, I think, is probably a pretty good coach.
Yeah,
I
they
don't know.
did.
The Texans are kind of a clusterfuck.
They were coming off, I think, a loss to Colorado State because they had a bye last week, and then the week before they got beat by Colorado State.
What
But
else do we
Kentucky's
got?
just being Kentucky. I mean, what can you say? They've never been really a good team.
And they're never able to beat Florida.
What do the asterisks mean? Oh, conference game.
Conference game.
All right, the last game or last morning game,
Afternoon
Oregon
game.
State at Wisconsin, and
Yeah.
holy shit, Wisconsin is scary.
I don't
Wisconsin's
know.
2-1. Not that scary. Already lost a game. No, I'm just kidding.
Wisconsin went and took on an Oregon State team that has never been managed properly. Who did Wisconsin lose to? Because they have a loss. I can see it right there.
Washington.
Washington.
Your mom.
Who's actually they're gonna win the Pac-12.
They lost to Washington by 3. So I think it was in Madison though. Regardless,
Washington's winning the Pac-12. Calling it now. That's not biased by the commissioner or anything, but
Did anybody end up putting the game day in a status update or anything?
Ted, you have to do it. You have the link.
Fuck you people.
None of us get the link.
Yeah.
Hold on, I'll do it. I'm not gonna put it in a status update, but I'll just share it again.
If you just put it in the chat, I'll do it.
Okay. Hold on.
all right. Back to talking about games. Is Wisconsin?
Oh, by the way, I
threat
guess
to
since
win
we
the game?
mentioned M-Post, we got to take a shot. So
It's not even fair because we
There
were
you go,
talking
Kane.
about his game. Like, we mentioned him because we are talking about Florida. But Lawyer Johnson was efficient, 15 for
damn it,
20
Ted.
for 75%.
could you at least fucking spoiler it?
No, that's your job.
All right. Someone keep talking about the games.
What game are we talking about?
Well, I gotta
Oregon
fucking
State,
spoiler the
Wisconsin.
shit.
Oregon State at Wisconsin.
Who won?
Wisconsin.
Wisconsin won
Wisconsin.
42-3. I'm sorry, I can't take this. I'll take it as a victory, but Wisconsin's not that scary. They went up against a shitty Oregon State team. Have they ever had a coach during recruiting times? Because I know they were coached by a Hyther clone for a long time.
Yeah, no. Well, I think it's
Fuck, I
impressive.
Make the
My
fucking
favorite
status
part
update,
about this
right?
game is I think Lamar Kelly's either Wisconsin's backup running back or their fullback. Either way, he had 2 touchdowns, which is a good
Well, why
game.
don't here? I'll check their depth chart, see who he is.
He was 5 for 7 and 2
Who are we
touchdowns.
talking about?
Who are we talking about?
Your mom.
Lamar Kelly.
For the Beavs?
Oh, no, for Wisconsin.
Oh.
Wisconsin. He,
He's
had
gonna
whole-
be a tight end.
he was
I have
rushing.
no idea why.
rushing?
He's the
Oregon
fullback.
State.
He's a 3 out of 3 power fullback.
Good
That-
God.
That's my boy. 2 touchdowns as a fullback. Got to step up, man.
So Taffy must be running like Smash Mouth or something then.
He might be with that 9.2 offensive line, but he only ran it 23 times and threw it 20 times.
So he might be running Smash Mouth with a pass leaning to make it more balanced.
That makes
Does
sense.
that make it balanced? It'd
It'll make it
be-
more balanced. He still ran the ball more than he threw it.
Yeah, but it was pretty close to balance, especially in a game where you dominated.
And you also
No.
don't know the
This is like
I think it's like pro style more run. That's what I think. Something.
could it
that
be
way.
like wing T?
Would you run ring T with a pocket passer?
No. Well, would you run pro style with a scrambling quarterback? No, but
You guys did.
Can you run? I
Who
have a
did?
question. Can you run pistol with a pocket quarterback?
I mean, you could.
Be a bad idea.
Bad idea. Okay.
Right.
And here comes the Trey scheme change
No, I never scheme changed during the season anymore
anymore.
because I lost to Duke, and then I lost every other game that season except the Georgia game because I scheme changed to Wildcat.
Have you made any bowls yet?
Trey, why on earth would you use Wildcat?
Because I beat Georgia with it. That's why.
Anyone who uses
my God.
Wildcat is just, oh.
I used it for one game because I wanted to beat Georgia. So it's not like I use it constantly. I've only used it for two because I scheme changed. the week
Well, I
before.
guess I really can't say anything because you won the damn game. So congratulations, Trey. You made a terrible coaching decision and it somehow worked out.
Because my punter had
Dwayne
a 60-yard
Brightful.
touchdown run.
68-yard touchdown from Dwayne Brightful.
The best
Glorious.
punter in the nation.
That is amazing. All right, you want to make some?
Every time we vote on a Conference Player of the Week in the NFL, I pick Brad Weathersby for special teams.
I always pick Brad Weathersby.
I usually pick Brad Weathersby because I know the name.
I have a shirt now thanks to my Secret Santa that has Weathersby on the back of it. So
That was my idea.
Stanford Cardinal.
All right, so do we want to move to night games and make some predictions?
Yeah, let's move to the night games, make predictions, and then when the evening games are posted, we'll interrupt it.
Alright, where the fuck are... Oh, wait.
First night game is Nebraska at Oklahoma.
Oklahoma wins by
Ted.
30.
Ted, give us your keys to the game.
My key to the game is making sure Berkshire doesn't throw another fucking interception.
too late. He already did.
I want to make sure that he looks good to the NFL scouts because I know he's going to leave this year. But
Yeah.
pretty much minimize turnovers is going to be my key to the game.
Nebraska had an impressive performance against Missouri last week. They took them to overtime, and that's a good Missouri team.
The early declarations are going to be really interesting, especially quarterback, because
I'm
there's
afraid-
actually a ton of 5 of 5s.
I'm
that could do
afraid.
it.
I'm afraid my 5 of 5 junior wide receiver might leave, and my 5 of 5 offensive tackle.
Dude, my 5 of 5 quarterback is probably going to leave, and so is my 5 of 5 wide receiver.
Yeah, fuck all you guys and your 5 of 5s.
I think my 5 of 5 quarterback's going to stay.
Danger, you have. Well, of course he's going to stay. You're losing everything. Danger, you have the greatest upset in site history, though, so.
I do, but
Does he?
I don't know. My Georgia upset was pretty good just because of the punter run.
Get your fucking homer ass out of here.
I mean, I would.
I had a
State
wide
of
receiver.
Florida State was pretty crazy.
TCU should have lost that game by like 40.
I had a wide receiver throw a touchdown pass to a tight end who had just transferred from Texas to TCU that season.
There you go.
It's a fucking storybook ending for Danger.
No, but
That's all he's done in this site's history, really.
I got ranked though, so there's that.
You got ranked, and Ravid literally
Oh.
turned with salt. I
You
mean,
got ranked when you shouldn't be ranked. Congratulations.
Well, whatever. I'm above 500 for the first time ever.
Goals right there.
I'm like below 500 for the first time ever.
hold on. In the shout, or we have a what's it called? A request in the shout box. Let's go make fun of TCU, West Virginia, real quick.
What?
Where's the complaint?
Not the complaint, the request. It's by LDO.
Oh, talk about Tennessee, you mean?
Yeah, what did I say?
To TCU, West Virginia.
Oh, whoops. Well, fuck
They're
me.
playing.
You know what
they're
I
playing in real life in basketball right now, so I'd be really confused if that's what you're talking about.
It's in the afternoon game.
All right, West Virginia versus Tennessee. Tennessee won by 3 points. There's a blocked field goal recovery for a touchdown. That's pretty cool.
That is pretty much the only thing that happened in this game. LDO got lucky because he didn't fucking turn in a game plan.
Another fucking game with like 6 fucking field goals. I'm saying fuck a lot on this show, whatever.
We're gonna be getting some big FCC fines.
It's just
Which I just learned about yesterday in my mass communications class. So,
Fuck mass communications.
I'm a sports journalism minor, so I have to take it.
Literally everyone in my fraternity is taking that class, and they all hate it.
It's just nothing. All the journalism classes are jokes.
I wish I could take a joke class in college.
Meanwhile, I'm fucking struggling to write an essay for English
All right.
101.
So is there? All right.
I didn't have to take
Let's
English.
stay on track. Stay on track.
Danger,
About
I'll
the
do it.
Tennessee-
We're on track. I mean, we just went over. I mean, Tennessee won in a really sloppy ass game.
You blocked the
Virginia
field goal.
three.
That's literally why you won.
Pretty much, yeah, exactly. Everything else is. Nick Sandoval tried. Michael Sippa, shout out to you for earning that scholarship. 44-yard field goal with 1 second on the clock, giving the Saints haunting memories.
Cleveland Jones, quarterback of the University of Tennessee Volunteers.
All right, so back to the night game predictions. You
and
guys
to
were
answer-
going over my game. 'cause I gave-
Wait. To answer what Tabor is saying in the shout box, no. All right, let's continue. All right, so to the night games. The first one, as we said, was Nebraska at Oklahoma. I think Nebraska is going to make this a lot closer than Ted wants it to be.
But Oklahoma will win.
Oklahoma will win by, let's say, by 7.
It'll
I
be
said
double
Oklahoma by
digits. It'll be
30.
double digits.
Oklahoma scores a touchdown with about 8 minutes left, and
Sean
keeps the
Hamilton
game
throws
from there.
2 interceptions at least.
I think Sean Hamilton will throw 2 interceptions. I say the final score is Oklahoma 30, Nebraska 23.
34-14.
I think Oklahoma wins by double digits.
That would make me so happy.
That wouldn't be surprising, but
Actually, that was 20 points, but whatever. I don't care.
all right. Next game is Texas at North Carolina.
North Carolina
Wait.
upset alert.
Wait,
No.
this is Pat versus Pat? Oh, wait, no, we fixed it.
No. Pat got kicked out. Too.
I
Well,
know.
last season, Texas got their shit kicked in by North Carolina.
Why am I not surprised? Oh, wait.
Yeah, I have a feeling he might have been playing the run against North Carolina in that game, but
Yeah,
Now
because
AJ
North
Jefferson,
Carolina was
everybody's
his
gonna look at that
main.
game and be like, look, AJ
Yeah.
Jefferson is the best quarterback.
Heads up to anybody who's going to be picking this game. Pat was actually on Tuesday, so there's a chance he did put a game plan in against Texas.
Pat Olive
He likely did.
I trust him.
I like North
North
Carolina's
Carolina
passing
wins.
game. North Carolina does not win. Texas
I
I'm
bet you
calling
North
it.
Carolina
I'm
never
calling
changes their
it.
offensive game plan, though.
Yeah.
Texas has not been playing very well, to my knowledge. Not just saying that as a rival, but
Azul is the coach there
Sam
now,
Light, right? Is that the quarterback? Sam Light?
Sam Light's the quarterback, and I mean,
not
if
very
I
good.
remember correctly, their games have been kind of mediocre.
Sam
Azul's
Light's
the
just not
coach,
very
right?
good. Yeah.
Azul, he still got growing pains there. North Carolina in the upset, I'm calling it.
M-Post, if you actually go to Smash Mouth, I will cry. Because, one, that's funny because, I don't know, just everything you do makes me laugh. And two, you are wasting probably one of the best quarterbacks there is that doesn't get the hype of, like, Aaron Shea.
Well, I mean, Pat Narduzzi wasted one of the best running backs we've
Here,
ever seen.
I have a question. I have a question for y'all. Question. Does Sam Light finish the season as a starting quarterback at Texas?
Yes.
Who's behind him?
They
No, we
have Brad Davis is being redshirted right now. There's a chance if they're making a championship run and Sam Light just isn't cutting it that he
Where the fuck
burns
is-
the red shirt on Brad Davis just to see if he does better. I don't think it'll happen. but
No,
there's a
because
chance.
then team chemistry would be screwed and he'll lose a game. And then
And he'll also burn the red shirt off a player that I'm sure he wouldn't. The thing about it is, this is the same Azul that didn't do at least 2 or 3 things in the offseason for the Patriots. And never really took Arizona State beyond mediocrity, whereas Neo, Arizona's stock is rising absolutely.
yeah, no, you got to keep the red
He
shirt
lucked
on.
into this job, and even if you put in a different quarterback, I don't think he finishes the season undefeated. He's not going to win a title. Even though he's the preseason number 1 and he's gotten kind of lucky, his offensive coordinator just left for Akron, which should say something.
Well, he wants to be a head coach. It's not surprising.
According
also-
to Stormstopper, 40% of Texas's offensive plays are incomplete passes.
Dear Lord.
That's why I'm calling the UNC upset.
No, I just don't
No,
think
because
UNC has the
Texas's
firepower.
defense is good, and anyone who's
Exactly.
competent as a coach can say, "All right, play the pass."
Yeah,
Well,
Texas has the best
Texas does have
secondary
the best secondary I've seen in a long
in
time.
college football by a long shot. And North Carolina it's a bad matchup for them because they're so heavy pass.
As
Which is
much as
why-
I would love to see North Carolina win this game, I don't think they can pull it off.
I would love to
Give
see
us more
North Carolina just
few
run the ball like
interceptions.
30 times this game, just to see what would happen. I bet you the running back
Nothing.
isn't even good, but
No, the
AJ
running back is
Jefferson
actually
throws at
good.
least 2 interceptions and Texas wins this game.
if AJ Jefferson doesn't throw a interception and throws like 2+ touchdowns, he's probably GOAT quarterback.
oh wait, we actually did that thing where the NCAA champion played the worst team in the NFL last year.
Yeah,
Yeah.
we did that. I
Holy
barely
crap! It was
lost.
only 7 points.
Yeah.
Yeah. Where were
I'm
Holy
you?
actually
crap.
disappointed that I
Texans are
lost. I
so
actually thought I
bad.
could win
The
that one.
Texans are so bad.
Yeah, I don't
They're
get
just-
it though, because Texans actually have a lot more talent than Oklahoma
Well,
does.
who's Houston's staff?
CMC,
like-
McGill, and Darman, but Darman's leaving for the Bears.
Yeah, the Bears are gonna suck dick just like the real Bears.
Why do you think the
Also-
Bears are going to be bad? I trust the Bears. Storm and Darman, that's not bad.
Also,
No, I'm just saying the Bears.
North Carolina has a 2.5, a 4.5 running back, so not terrible, and he has a 4 or 5 fullback, so they can run the ball. I'm not sure that's their forte, but they
They're not
definitely
going to
really
run
can.
the
if they
ball, and you
did.
fucking know they're not.
No, they're not going to, but they could if they really wanted to, and they don't because they
Stanford,
have AJ Jefferson.
is on the second to last game, by the way.
He's been on Stanford for a while though.
Wow.
Yeah, he probably signed off again. Maybe not. I don't know. Let's move on. We've talked way enough. We're skipping Georgia and Missouri because that's our last game because we're there. LSU at BYU.
LSU
not
wins
gonna be
by.
close.
Yeah.
Not,
LSU is gonna make those Mormons wish they were not Mormons.
final score is going to be 23-0 or 23-3 LSU.
I'm going
BYU
35-3.
How do you get to 23 points?
I don't know, a few field goals because
four field goals, 2 touchdowns.
Right.
yeah, BYU has a very good defense.
God, if I see another game with 4 field goals, I'm just going to be like, God, I don't understand. Why is there so many field goals?
I don't
Because
know,
people
but
can't get it in. Because people can't put it in.
stick it in. But no,
Yeah, stick it in.
BYU has a very good defense, but they're not going to be able to do anything against
Crimson
that
Chin seems to have
LSU.
finally figured out how to coach.
The offense is pushing rope.
They're not going to be able to do anything against that LSU defense, and LSU will win. It'll be a low-scoring game, but it'll be dominant by LSU.
Do you
Similar
think
to the LSU.
fall from grace after being a playoff team last year? What's
No,
that
because their losses are to Notre Dame and to and if they lose this, it'll be to Notre Dame and LSU. You can't really fall from grace losing to 2 top 5 teams.
I know, but then
You'd
that's like
think
matching
that,
their loss
but
total
the
from
the
last
voters
year.
will still shit all over him.
Well, they're not even
Like-
they're not even ranked right now, so
Yeah, but they lost the belt to Notre Dame, and now they're
Who
probably
lost
going to
the
lose.
belt to Notre Dame?
BYU did.
No, they didn't.
No, you did.
I did.
Fuck, I remember BYU lost it to
BYU lost it to
Florida
Florida State, who lost it to me, and then I defended it in the championship, and then the first game of the season, I lost it to Notre Dame, who's going to defend it against Purdue today.
Yep, you're
Purdue
right.
is ranked though, and Innsbruck is hyped.
So I guess
Yeah.
we're moving on to Purdue at Notre Dame. What a
I think-
segue.
Which is a belt game. I'm taking Purdue in the upset.
That's cool.
Corey Mendoza throws 4 touchdown passes. And Purdue jumps up in the ranking.
Honestly, South Bend might have been a better location than Columbia.
Maybe, but
I didn't realize they
better
were
than Purdue.
they were
but regardless, Purdue will win this game. That's my prediction.
No, 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 no. Notre Dame's gonna win.
Okay then. After having played Notre Dame in Norman this year, I have to say that Purdue doesn't stand a chance. I love Inspiral, and I love that he hates Cal, but
Wait, why does he hate Cal?
They had a
some
bowl
kind of
game.
fight in Holiday Bowl thread. It was absolutely hilarious.
Oh, it's because everybody was like, circle jerking over Todd Lester, and they lost the game, and he
Yeah,
threw like
Purdue
two
actually won
interceptions.
the game. Everyone's like, "Fuck yeah, Todd Lester."
Go find that bowl thread. He puts Cal's coach. I can't remember his name now.
Quasar puts him on blast.
Yeah, it was fucking beautiful.
No, but
Wait, what game are we talking about?
The
when
Holiday Bowl.
has Notre Dame ever lived up to expectations?
I'm gonna go find it.
When have they ever really had a good season?
Wait, are we talking?
What's their biggest?
Hey, Danger, I'd like to remind you that people were asking themselves that question about my team until I won the championship last year.
True, and it was a good reasoning, but I'm just saying I'm not sure I trust Notre Dame, and right now I think Purdue has the momentum, and with a guy like Corey Mendoza, I think they'll win.
As
The
someone who's
National University Holiday Bowl. All right, so Todd Lester was 24 of 39 for 5 touchdowns and 1 interception, but Purdue won the game 48-42. So I'm gonna scroll down to find where Inspiral took him out.
Anyway, as someone who's been in Notre Dame's shoes before, had the talent, and just never really proved it, I think they're going to prove it this season. They're going to make a very deep run in the playoffs. They could even be in the championship game. They're definitely going to win this game against Purdue.
Oh, yeah, Quasar was like, I just don't understand how we can lose with that many yards. And then Inspiral just like makes it obvious. You had more problems than just turnovers. You had 3 long touchdown passes in the third that was around 200 yards. Otherwise, it wasn't until the fourth quarter when you actually had to drive down the field to score. You had 2 turnovers, no run game. We're down 0 to 28 at half and never figured out how to stop the Purdue offense. Hard work and scrappiness greater than diva QBs and Hail Marys.
Damn.
Yeah, and it just goes on from there. It's fucking beautiful. So did we all make predictions for Purdue versus Notre Dame yet?
Purdue
I think
wins.
Notre Dame wins.
Ooh, we even got him with a GIF. Oh, wow. Oh, it just keeps going.
Okay.
Alright.
Here comes Georgia Tech at Miami. Trey, you do not get to pick
Cal
the
is so
game.
bad that my defense can just walk off the field and you still can't win.
Boom. Trey, what are your keys to the game?
Score more points than Miami. I don't know. My game's pretty
Great.
balanced, so I feel like I have a good shot against them. I don't really know what they do. I don't remember from when I scouted them, so.
Dear, one more time, one more post. Dear Purdue safeties, congrats on winning the Holiday Bowl. Unlike that prick Lester the Molester and that weak ass Cal team, celebrate by getting some strange.
But I think I have a good shot at winning this game.
That should be in like the best of thread if we have one of those.
We don't, but we need to start one.
All right.
I was thinking about that a few days ago, actually. So Trey gave his tease to the game. Who wants
So
to be
we're
the
on
first to
Georgia
make a
Tech
prediction?
now. Miami's gonna win. Sorry, Trey.
Yeah, Miami's gonna win. Stole
Wait.
it right out of my mouth.
Miami's gonna win.
Miami has Xander. Did Xander finally ever get around to posting a depth chart? This
He
time?
actually posted a depth chart and a game plan for this game, so Trey needs to be afraid.
He posted a game plan last year, which was the funnier part, because he never posted a depth chart. But he did have a game plan.
I wonder if he just like assumed that the team post that Saluna made for him was the depth chart.
No,
Well,
I think
did he break
he was
Taffy's record?
Huh?
Didn't Taffy come on and join Wisconsin and didn't post a depth chart or game plan for like a month?
no, he just came on and joined the site and didn't take a team for like a month.
Oh, okay, never mind.
That's interesting. So fuck.
What the hell was that?
Ladies and gentlemen.
Stop. That's nice.
Oh, okay. I was gonna say that Caterich has hung himself, I guess.
Well, he did mention
Sounds
the
like the
possibility
game
that
was-
earlier.
Games must be up.
What?
That was my reaction
I
when I
have
heard
not
that.
yet
It's like,
killed myself.
Oh, I thought you said games were up. I'm here looking.
No,
for
no,
it.
they're not up yet.
Okay.
Don't.
So, Danger, did you make a pick? Because I think Cade and I both picked Miami.
Yeah, I'm thinking Miami. DJ Paula G is actually pretty good. Oh fuck! What did I do now?
I
Oh
I think
fuck!
Miami
The soy sauce
overrated
exploded in my
14. I think Georgia Tech is underrated, but Miami's still better than Georgia Tech. Like, I think it's going to be closer than a lot of people expect because I don't think Miami is the number 14 team in the nation.
Way to stick up for your owner,
But
Danger.
You
no,
said
I'm
I was
saying,
underrated.
but Miami will end up winning this game.
I know.
So Miami's
Miami-
overrated.
Legitimately
Tech
saying,
is
way to
underrated, but Tech will
But
lose this
Miami-
game.
But Miami's still better than Tech.
Miami's good, man. They're probably gonna win the ACC if Florida State doesn't get their shit together.
Yeah,
That is really
speaking
weird.
of FSU, what the hell is up there?
Bad game plans. Their offensive scheme wasn't working,
Dick
and then
Cook
they
is a
played
subpar
3.
quarterback.
They lost to 2 top 5 teams, and then barely lost to Wisconsin.
It's funny though, cause like everybody was like, Florida State got generated with 3-5-5 quarterbacks. Well, yeah, 2 of them are good, and Dick Cook just sucks ass.
He doesn't suck, but he's not great.
He sucks.
Whatever. It doesn't matter. He'll either figure it out or, I mean, Florida State's not ranked for the first time in this Sims history, so that's history, I guess.
He
Here's
was
a
this
question.
year. He had never been outside the top 10 before.
Here's a
That's
question:
insanity.
would you rather have Dick Cook or Glenn Spencer?
Glenn Spencer.
Dick Cook, because Dick Cook actually has playoff experience.
I just think Glenn Spencer's better.
I'd probably go with Dick Cook.
All right.
So the last one we have is Penn State at Rutgers. And I think we all know which way we're going with that one.
Yeah, Penn State's not going to
Penn
win
State,
this game.
If Penn State doesn't win by 35, then
The one
I'll do
thing,
something.
the one thing Penn State does not do is get upset. Like, they don't lose stupid games. But
Oh,
Well, that's because Saluna just resims him
who
if
was
he
on the last
loses.
game, by the way?
Oh my God.
Oh, you just say that, Trey? Wow.
Wait, what did Trey just say?
Trey said that so that there's no confusion.
It was a joke, Saluna. I love you.
No. Wait,
Trey's about to get banned, everybody.
Wow, Trey, that is dropping some bombs up
What
in
did he
here.
say? Damn it!
Trey, why don't you go ahead and repeat it since it's probably out there already? Yeah.
Well, it was a complete joke, but I said that's because he just resims him if he loses.
Oh,
Yeah. Okay, so let's keep this going before Trey. I mean, let's see if Trey gets banned live on game day. But
I'd laugh.
we'll keep this going because there's not a lot we could talk about. Penn
I'd
State's
chuckle.
good, Rutgers is bad. The end.
Yeah.
We got
All
plenty
right.
of topics to talk about. Remember?
Our last one, Georgia at Missouri.
Right, Georgia and Missouri. Aaron Shea is fucking on fire.
Aaron Shea or Yancey Musgrave? There's another.
Missouri
Aaron
wins.
Shea.
Aaron Shea. The thing is, though, is if Aaron Shea declares for the draft, Norris Brookshire declares for the draft, A.J. Jefferson declares for the draft, and then you also have Jarius Jones in the draft.
And
Holy
possibly Yancey
shit.
Musgrave.
If you needed a quarterback, this is your fucking draft. That's
Like,
just,
those are... That's an insane...
Wait, no.
quarterbacks.
Another 5-5. You got Dick Cook.
Glenn Spencer.
He's a senior.
Yeah, I think... I'm not sure, though.
Well, okay, but Dick Cook is a senior. I'm pretty sure.
Dick Cook's a senior. I think.
Yeah.
Yeah. So you got. Let's just think about all the possible 5-5s you got. You got AJ. You got Brookshire. You got Jarius Jones. You got Yancey Musgrave. You got Shea. You got Cook. Who else? Who's LSU's quarterback? Does anybody know?
That was Devereaux, wasn't it? And Devereaux left last season.
No, well, I'm just asking who's their quarterback now. They have.
Oh, I have no idea.
Well, whatever. That's at least 6
Doug
NFL
Kirby,
quarterbacks right there.
Doug Kirby's 4.55. Gil Novak at Arizona's
Mike
5.5.
Thomas. Well, Mike Thomas is in the 5-5, I don't think, but
All right, but the point is that the top of this draft is going to be very quarterback heavy.
Quarterbacks
Yeah.
everywhere, especially with 8 expansion teams. There's just gonna be no quarterbacks actually.
They're all going to expansion teams.
Yeah, which is
All
cool.
right.
Which is cool. We'll have a bunch of
Like,
rookie quarterbacks.
but back to the game, Georgia at Missouri. I really have no clue here. I could see either team winning this game. I think the triplets at Missouri are going to be scary. I think it's going to be hard for Georgia to deal with. And coming from a team who's played Georgia, they are pretty damn good. But I think they have some place where they struggle. I think they're a little predictable on offense. And Missouri's pretty versatile on offense. It's going to be tough to defend them. I think Missouri ends up winning this game, but it's going to be very close. I think it'll go to overtime.
I'm gonna pick. Is VT Gorilla a good enough coach to beat Bronze?
That's the one difference. I think they have a big advantage at coaching
I'll
in
probably
Georgia.
pick Bronze. I don't know who's Georgia's quarterback. I don't know who if
I
you're
think
not
it's
a 5'5"
something unpronounceable.
quarterback, you probably should.
4.5 Leslie or Les Henderson.
Oh,
Scrambler.
I'm thinking about his running back, I think.
Oh, I don't like scrambling quarterbacks one bit, and I have one. I literally I can't trust him. I can't trust him with the ball.
Yeah, I'm with you there. This is Aaron Shea's chance to put up numbers on a good team and secure early Heisman votes. And I think he'll do just that. I think that
Oh,
Missouri... What?
no, I said if Missouri wins this game, they jump into the top 10.
I think Missouri wins this game, and I think they win it by a touchdown. Aaron Shea is going to throw at least 2 touchdowns, no interceptions, 250 yards. He's going to play masterfully, and he's going to bolster his Heisman resume. I love you, Kafka, but this team's just too good, and you almost lost to TCU.
Yeah, I'm going to say this is going to be probably the worst season Georgia's ever had. Looking at their team right now, they got a scrambling quarterback, and they've been using pocket passers, right? Was BGB a scrambler?
I don't think that they're going to have a bad season. I mean,
I
they
do.
finally won their
compared to
first
what they used to
game.
have, they're not the same. A
I think they
3.5
win.
out of 4 running back who's power. So yeah, I guess when are you gonna run with a power running back and a scrambling quarterback? Just like a.
Ooh, that's ugly. That might be why you almost lost to TCU.
And then you got one good receiver, and then 3 of 3, 2 of 4, 3 of 3. Meh. Tight ends 5 of 5. That's pretty good. And then the O line is just like 3s and 4s, and the center is their best
Yeah, their
lineman at 4
offense
of
is
5.
the strength of their team, but they have like the number 7 rated team. So even if it's not that good,
True.
they're still a pretty damn good team.
I would assume he's running a 3-4. Yeah, it looks like he's definitely running a 3-4. Because the drop off at D tackle is huge. Between 1 and 2. I think this is probably going to be the worst season France has had yet. Not to any fault of his coaching, just the team is worse. And the SEC looks pretty strong. LSU and Alabama look really good. So if he plays one of them regular season and then has to play another one in the conference championship,
I think he's gonna.
Well, that even assumes that he beats Missouri, because otherwise he's not going to win the East.
No, I think he comes in second in the East behind Missouri. 'Cause I think Missouri's gonna win this game, is what I'm saying. But it's gonna be interesting. I think Georgia can pull something together, though. I still think they have a good team.
No, I just don't think they're going to win this
definitely
game.
have a very, very, very good team. But it's probably the worst one they've had yet.
Okay, so who did everybody else pick? I got lost in rambling there.
I picked Missouri.
I'd pick Missouri in overtime.
Missouri wins.
Okay.
Storm's going to lose his shit that we all picked Missouri.
Yeah, but, I mean, unfortunately.
I just can't pick Georgia.
I would love to pick
All right,
Georgia.
so
I love
now-
Coffin, but
Everybody loves Franz.
Now that we have some time, you want to go talk about the top 25
Ted
teams
didn't give a
in the
prediction yet. Damn it, Danger.
Yeah, I did. I said Missouri
Oh.
was going to win.
Oh, I didn't hear it. Sorry. All right, Matt gave her
Missouri's
the week.
underrated.
Sorry, Matt gave her the week.
Okay,
Matt
games
gave
are up.
the
Games are
lead.
up.
Oh, they are. No, wait, they are. Yep, yes, they are. Oh fuck. Oh.
All right, let's move on to the evening
Holy
game.
shit!
Oh, thank God I won the fucking game. Oh,
Holy
shit.
shit!
I was ready to
Boise-
off myself.
Boise State just got their
Oh,
asses
Utah
kicked.
wrecked them.
What the fuck
Thank
is
God, I
going
was
on
ready to
down
fucking
there?
off
in
myself.
Idaho?
Wait, wasn't
Wow.
Hawaii
Let's
good?
start with this game.
Wait, guys, wasn't Hawaii good last year?
Yeah,
They
but Charlie
were,
Walter
but-
got hurt again.
Hurt.
Yeah, Charlie Walter. They struggled without him. And the Mississippi State chance. Holy shit, Justin Hunter is good.
Cal lost.
Stanford beat up Arizona
Bobby
State
Kaleidos,
and
30 for 50. Not
R.I.P.
bad.
Colorado.
Let's
Wow.
start with Utah at Boise State, guys. This one is
Holy shit. Boise State is not the same old Boise State.
The fall of
Calm
Cal.
down. Calm down.
what could possibly be going wrong with an 8 offensive line? And who's Darren Carroll? I thought they had somebody else.
No. They had Brett Bolin and he went to the NFL.
Oh, okay.
He's like a 3 of 3 shitty quarterback.
Darren Carroll?
Yeah, but they have Moshe Jackson, who's
How has Boise State been recruiting?
they've been recruiting pretty damn good at every position except quarterback, and they just don't have any
Yeah,
quarterback.
quarterback is weak. Running back is likely going to be weak next. Nope, never mind. They've got a fucking 4 or 5. 4.5, 4.5.
But I mean, if you don't have a good quarterback, then all you got to do is stop the run.
Yeah,
That's-
Moshe Jackson's good, but they stopped him today. And wow.
Utah picks up a first victory, and Boise State starts to tailspin because this is the same Boise State that lost to an Iowa State team that almost lost to Temple this week in the Thursday night games.
Boise State's 2-2. Shit.
2
They're
and 2.
not winning. They're not.
Yeah, a
even
lot of the
winning
credit
that.
that Iowa State got from that Boise State win is kind of going.
My pick now to win the Mountain West, I think if they're in there, I might screw this up, would be San Diego State.
It's San Diego State or
Yeah.
Colorado State.
Yeah.
Because Colorado
San
State,
Diego State beat me, so I'm going to say San Diego State.
and I beat Colorado State, so I'll pick them.
All right, well, Boise tailspinning. Let me open up their schedule. Do you guys think they make a bowl?
Colorado State's lost again, though. Yeah, they probably do, because they play, like, New Mexico, Utah State, Wyoming, North Texas, San Jose State, Fresno State, Hawaii.
Yeah, Boise State. Yeah, they're going to a bowl.
Yeah, they'll win. They'll win 6 games.
All right.
We'll move on
The
here.
Bears. Actually,
Salute
yeah,
the Bears.
let's talk
It's his
about
first.
the Bears.
That was his first game as a coach.
Congratulations.
First game as a head coach.
Oh yeah! Congratulations to Sleuth the Bears on his impressive victory over Caw 32's Boise State Broncos. I think they are now.
Yeah.
All right.
Let's
next
move on
game.
to the game that nearly got Cade to kill himself. Fresno State versus Oregon.
Guys, do you know what's amazing about this game? Look at Oregon's punting average.
What about it?
420.
Oh shit!
Oh, Ducks.
That had to be
Picked
on
up a
purpose.
crucial victory if they want to make a bowl game this season. I believe Neo Vader and I went over their schedule last game day.
Oh God. Oh no. Just like it's so like this. Oh, it's so depressing looking at like the talent on offense, the skill positions. I have it, and then just look at like the lines and all of the defense, and it's just like, oh God.
Yes.
And I mean, there was no Oregon offense to be found after the first
Where
half.
is Eric Jennings?
Eric Jennings is yet to show up on a stat sheet.
That is a disappointment. What's good for you, though, is you shut down Sam Hiller-Weedham for the most part. 5 catches for 48 yards isn't great.
Well, yeah, but he had to go up against Corey Quinn.
True.
Corey Quinn should I think he'll probably be like a top 2 corner in the draft.
If it wasn't for Corey Quinn, I think you lose this game in overtime.
Probably.
That's a sloppy second half. That's kind of gross.
Well, I probably actually I bet you I just like pounded it and tried to chew clock.
Of course, that's all
Were
you
you
do.
like Illinois playing Ohio State or something?
I don't know. This is just so. Mike Jones
Right.
beat Chip Johnson. Chip Johnson's a 405, 405, and he got 2 for 32 is not a bad stat line, I guess.
Is there?
That's a kind of a disappointing game for Oregon, but it's a win.
I mean, do I have to start throwing with Younger? I don't trust a fucking scrambler with throwing the ball, but
He's not. I mean, he's getting you down the field with what you're doing now. 11 of 15 is nothing to sneeze at, despite the lack of scoring.
hey, Sean Anderson didn't fumble this week. That's cool.
If Sean Anderson did fumble this week, I mean, that's probably your saving grace also.
Yeah.
Anyway,
Know.
do we want to go over the rest of these games or any of the other ones? Hawaii and
Let's
San Jose
look.
State.
Hawaii sucks. San Jose State sucks slightly.
That's Van Dyke, though.
Yeah, Bass Van Dyke's good, but they only gave him 9 carries. Dumbass.
Yeah, Brian Kelly, like, you lost your quarterback. Switch it up. Run the fucking ball.
Well, I mean, his quarterback comes back in 4 weeks, though, so if he scheme changes now, he'll have to scheme
Just put it on run heavy, whatever he's doing.
I mean, I've tried putting it on run heavy, and all it does is kind of balance it out more. I know giving it to him 9 isn't exactly balanced, but
No, it's not balanced at all. All right.
Wait, yeah, okay. San Diego State, San Diego
why
State only won
does
by
Stokos
4.
keep posting a frown face in the chat box? What the fuck's going on with that?
He's sad.
Anyway, so let's move
my
on.
pick
Hawaii,
of, San Diego State to win the Mountain West. They only beat North Texas by 4 points,
correct.
which is really embarrassing for me because
Yeah.
they beat.
Fabian Morin, shout out for the national all-name team.
Sean Jenkins, man.
Tiki
He is-
Maslowski.
Sean Jenkins is a monster for North Texas.
Did the pipe
somehow-
strike at all this week? By the way, did anybody see?
Oh,
Haven't seen it.
also all-name team. Also all-name team. Wide receiver for North Texas, Allen Allen.
That's amazing. Someone got hurt in the Northern Illinois game in Thursday Night Football, but it was a day-to-day injury.
Oh.
Yeah, no real injuries this week.
Where's the pipe this season?
It's a good question.
No
Well, I
major
guess
pipe.
Charlie Walter got the pipe, but
Charlie Walter did get piped, but I'm waiting for a bigger name.
Charlie Walter's not a bad, not a small name.
And he's not a big name either. Like if Glenn Spencer got piped, the entire site would go nuts. Everyone just feels sorry for Hawaii.
I think probably the biggest piping would be Tommy Jones.
Right now?
Well, no, because Tommy Jones got piped and Michigan won out.
No, the best at this moment.
I know,
the
but it's
biggest-
like Michigan can't have a quarterback play a full season.
No, at this moment, the biggest piping would 100% be Aaron Shea. Like if Aaron Shea missed the rest of the season.
Oh man.
Exactly.
Or like Todd Jennings.
Or Norris Brookshire. Or Ty Miller. Oh, shit.
Not again.
Hey,
God
Washington
damn it.
State won by like 30 points.
Yeah, Washington State had a good win against
Oh,
Colorado.
God. No. Do not let Kendrick Lamar see Raul Gomez's stats. He'll start saying he's...
Did we move past Cal, Mississippi State?
You were just looking through them at this point.
Oh, okay. Well, Mississippi State beat Cal. Who gives a fuck there? Shout out to Justin Hunter. 17 passes for 256 yards and 3 touchdowns. Absolutely out of his mind.
Bobby Kaleidoscope, 30 for 50, but he threw a pick, and
Cal
he
sucks.
lost.
I mean, Cal sucks dick. The end.
Inspiral, where are you? We need more insults.
I'm sure he's listening and he'll hear this.
Tiki Maslowski.
So Cal
that's
sucks
a funny
dick, and we're moving on.
All right,
Stanford and Arizona State. Congratulations to.
I don't think Pickle Juice knows what he's doing.
Is he in Arizona State?
Yeah.
I mean, it's not like Azul left him a really good roster there.
John Harris is a 5'5" running back, and he's pounding it. I think he's probably running pistol, run heavy.
Yeah.
But that would, I mean,
Something like that.
they're playing exact, well, maybe, because they're playing exact balance, 19 and 20.
No,
There's
19 and
Wuhan getting
26.
fucking hands on it.
Art Duhan is a solid quarterback. He was efficient, wasn't great. Best Arizona State quarterback since New Battles.
That's not balanced, Ted. Like, that's definitely run heavy.
26 versus 19, and if you consider 6 of them were quarterback rushes,
Yeah.
eh,
Like if
well,
you
that
don't
just
go run, if you go balanced, you're gonna throw the ball like 5 times more than you run it, especially in a close game, which what this kind of was. Especially when they were down 14-0. Well, so that's good. The comeback, kind of.
Arizona State just, I mean, after Stanford stepped on the gas in the first quarter, Arizona State just didn't have the staying power to bring it back.
Yeah, they had it.
Within one possession until the halftime.
Yeah, and then after that, it was all Arizona or all Stanford.
Larry DeLemieux.
So anyway, moving on. Colorado at Washington State. Kendrick Lamar finally gets a win by blowing out a shitty Colorado team that Rome left for dead.
Seriously,
68 goddamn
Lamar
Raul Gomez.
the fucking Raul
So
Gomez.
apparently, someone can be good when you throw it 900 times.
You just don't.
Nancy
I mean,
Musgrave did
And
it.
you know, it's
being good is not sharing your fucking game plan.
he threw it 70 times for 482 yards and 4 touchdowns.
He's gonna say Raul Gomez for Heisman again.
All I know is that is
No.
exactly what Washington State would do. So I understand. Like,
That's better than C.J. Logan for Heisman, guys. Just come on.
No, it's not. C.J. Logan won games.
CJ Logan should have been more considered for the Heisman.
dude, he had like the second most interceptions in all of college football.
He couldn't show
He
up in
also
big games
lost like
either.
one game, maybe two.
No, he did not deserve any. He didn't deserve any more recognition than Brookshire got for the fucking Heisman.
Fuck me. Stomach is upset.
Nobody cares.
But he didn't get
all
But seriously, like Raul Gomez, probably the best young quarterback in the Pac-12.
That's cool. All right, so that's the evening
That's
game.
cool. I'm Ted. I'm just gonna dismiss everything because I'm Ted.
Dude,
right.
it's Washington
So
State
let's-
playing Colorado. The only one who gives a fuck is Kendrick Lamar.
And me, I'm a Pac-12 commissioner, man. I gotta rep my people.
Pac-12
I
is
guess
by
you gotta
far the
carry
worst.
this since you're not gonna fucking win
Did
it.
you really just say Pac-12 was the worst conference?
Yes, the worst. Worst.
all right.
It's better than your conference.
The ACC
my
is a pretty shitty fucking conference, and you're not even the commissioner anymore, Trey. Nobody wanted you as commissioner.
I'm gonna be commissioner again next year.
I don't believe he's already starting the pandering. Everybody's already voting against him.
Well, yeah, he didn't even stick up for him for the fucking conference after I said they were worse than the Pac, which is actually true because USC is probably better than Florida State.
Florida State has one of the best teams in the nation.
Florida State is
All right.
losing.
Everyone.
Lost this season a lot.
Yeah, that doesn't mean they don't have a talented roster. They just played an insanely hard schedule.
Okay, so USC is comparable, probably better than Florida State every season, pretty much. And then we've had more mid-level teams do better, like Stanford, Washington, Oregon, UCLA are all better than
Oregon.
Oregon at mid-level. Oregon's like the bottom.
Oh shit!
I was a like bubble team last year for the playoff, Trey.
Nobody cares about last year. We're talking about what's happened this year.
We're talking about the whole time.
If you're
Pac-12 has
talking
been-
about, I mean, if you're talking about this year, who from the ACC is great?
Everybody.
No one.
Oh fucking shit, dude!
Hey, Wake is great.
By saying this year, you've officially ruined your entire argument, Trey.
Let's see. I'm looking at the RPI rankings right now.
RPI is
RPI that you
stupid
do,
as
Trey.
shit.
How about
That's
some
very unbiased?
schedule records?
Trey equals Fox News.
Okay, there are 2 Pac teams ahead of ACC teams, but then there are 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 more ACC teams before you find another Pac-12 team. So y'all might have
any-
2 other top teams, but our conference is more strong throughout.
Are any of the ACC teams undefeated right now?
I don't think so.
There
Yeah,
you go.
there you go.
Virginia Tech's undefeated.
Oh, well,
Let's
hey.
see. USC is at number 7. Arizona's at number 6 on the RPI. Oh wait, no, there's Washington too, so there's 3.
And, yeah.
All right, let's discuss Matt
And then
game of the
7,
week.
8,
No, I
then
like
7,
listening to this. Let's
then
go.
Then 7 ACC schools before you get to the next Pac-12 schools.
Danger, just let him do
Who-
this. This is good.
All right, who is the strongest team in the ACC right now?
According to RPI, Virginia Tech.
No, not RBI. Who is the strongest team? We're two to 3 games in for most teams. RPI isn't necessarily a relevant stat this early.
All right, let me look up Virginia Tech's depth chart because apparently Trey
look
thinks
at
they're the champion of the fucking ACC
No.
now.
No, okay. Who is the best team in the ACC right now?
Right now, I'd say Virginia Tech probably.
Probably Virginia Tech. They're undefeated.
Virginia Tech, Miami, and NC State are all undefeated.
And I think USC would beat all of them. I think Stanford could beat
Washington
Virginia
beats
Tech.
all of them.
Washington
Stanford
destroys all of them.
Hey, you
Stanford-
guys are forgetting about Pittsburgh, by the way.
Oh, and
Oh, Pittsburgh's undefeated.
Pittsburgh's undefeated.
Dude, James Dale?
Pittsburgh's the best team in the ACC.
DAE, James Dale, dude.
Pittsburgh's definitely the best team in the ACC. Virginia Tech hasn't. I don't like Virginia Tech, honestly. They haven't played anyone. I think their toughest game is San Jose State so far.
I hate to say it, Pittsburgh beat Kansas on the road. Kansas, have you won a game yet this season?
I think the Pac-12 is still stronger. I think the Big 12 is stronger than both of them, but that's a different argument.
Yeah, Big 12 is actually.
Well, don't worry. After this week, I'm going to post conference standings and stuff, and there'll be a place for everybody to argue their It'll be statistically, not my opinion. Statistically, the best conference.
All right. While that's a great discussion, let's move on to MAC Game of the Week.
You sound so fucking. I mean, that was like the worst thing ever. We were having a great discussion, and now we have to segue to the MAC game of the week.
Okay.
Fucking terrible.
All right, MAC game of the week. Guess what? Ball State beat Kent State. Pac-12 is better than the ACC. Fuck you, Trey.
Don't
Okay.
worry, we'll see
go to the
statistically who's better.
Statistically, though, you can't use statistics necessarily.
Statistics,
teams have
a
statistics are the best things. Because there's no homerism, there's no opinion, it's just stats.
RPI isn't.
All right, let me
great
get the
for
quick
football.
recap of the freaking Friday night football action, so we can move
Yeah,
on.
we'll get back to this conversation.
All right, cool. Kent State, yeah, you lost. You lost by 4 to Ball State. Ball State looks champion of the MAC so far.
No,
Christopher
that-
Rodriguez put the team on his back. 22 for 183, 3 touchdowns. Emmett Spears was supposed to be the best player in the MAC. He went 19 for 105, 2 touchdowns. Looks pretty good. Kent State, meh. Ball State, all right. Maybe you could probably beat like Temple. MAC, yeah, Maction.
There you go. Our new fucking MAC reporter right there, Cade Rich. I declare him the new MAC reporter. That was fucking beautiful.
All right, we're done
All
with
right.
MAC now.
So do you want to go back to the conference discussion?
I'll be right back.
Yeah, let's talk
Alright.
about this. Okay, let me just take a peek here. Washington could probably beat every team in the ACC handily right now. USC could probably beat every team in the ACC handily right now. Arizona could probably beat every team in the ACC right now. Maybe Florida State challenges them. And Florida State is your best team talent-wise.
It's actually funny.
I don't know.
I'm looking at just who's played the hardest schedule so far, not including evening games. And these are the teams that have played teams that these are teams that have played teams that are undefeated outside of their games. Let's see. Try not to miss any. Washington State, their opponents are 6-0 in games not against Washington State. Oregon's opponents are 4-0 against teams not Oregon. San Jose State 4-0. I know there was 2 more up here. Nebraska 5-0.
Well, yeah, I've played fucking Bama and San Diego State.
And TCU 6-0.
Mhm.
So
Colorado
those are the
State.
hardest schedules, ignoring SOS and just looking at opponents' records.
Mhm.
Actually, Virginia Tech, not bad. Now that I'm looking at their squad, they look like a solid squad. No, I mean they're still worse than like Washington, USC, Arizona, but like I mean, I don't know. Who's their coach? Roll Tide 87? All right, well, you earn bonus points there. Um, but, yeah, your center's a 3 of 5, 3 of 5. You trust. Oh, your right guard's a 3 of 3. So,
Who are
yeah,
you
you're not
looking
a
at?
playoff team.
Look at
Who
my
are you
team. My
looking at?
team is a playoff team.
Are you going with the
Trey, dear
Dan-
God. Please, for
My
fuck's
quarterback.
sake,
My
did you
quarterback
not
isn't
just say Georgia Tech is a fucking playoff team?
You did not just fucking say that.
You guys heard it here first, listeners. Trey Chapin, to no one's surprise, Georgia Tech is a playoff team.
I
There
cannot.
is a
Well,
reason
yes, I can.
you
Fucking.
won the fucking Homer games. For God's sake. Like,
I'm
this
just
literally just makes me
kidding.
want to throw my computer. And I already did that once on this damn show.
Calm down. I was just kidding. Jesus.
Oh, I was just kidding. No, you weren't. You're just doing that now because we're chewing you out over it.
No, if you really think I think my team is playoff caliber, you must think I'm
You
insane.
thought the real Georgia Tech was playoff caliber.
The real. Did you see what we did? The real Georgia Tech was playoff caliber.
God,
So
Trey.
how did you? How did you
Chad,
beat
you've
Florida
opened
State
up a
again?
can. You've opened up Pandora's box. Do not start about real life Georgia Tech.
Real life Georgia Tech will be in the playoffs next year.
No, they
God
won't.
damn it, Trey. Real life Georgia
Mark.
Tech won't even sniff the ACC title.
What? You don't even know what you're talking about.
All right.
They got lucky this season. All right, let's move back to fake football.
Yeah, fake football's more interesting.
Good and bad surprises of the year so far. Well, obviously, the first bad surprise. What do we want to start with? Good.
Let's start good. I think the biggest good surprise this season has to be Colorado State so far.
Good surprise. Let's see. Good surprise. Purdue's good. I like that.
Yeah, Purdue. San Diego State.
Yep, I like that
San
too.
Diego State's
Oh, well, actually, no, I don't like that because they beat me. God damn it.
Out West as a whole is stronger than anticipated this year. Boise State, surprisingly, is not one of the strong
Boise
ones.
State surprisingly bad.
But San Diego
shit.
State and Colorado State are good teams. Colorado State beat up
Ohio
on
State
some.
probably will not win 7 games. I'm predicting.
Colorado State destroyed Virginia today, and Virginia's a one-dimensional team, obviously, but it was pretty emphatic. Colorado State's 3-1 now, I believe, with wins over Virginia and Kentucky.
I believe that Time just said that real life Georgia Tech was better than real life TCU.
Oh wait, no. Time, do not say that. Because Trey will actually legitimately agree. And it will make me want to blow my brains out for the 5th time today.
You've already tried to hang yourself on game day. I mean,
Well, I don't really have rope. I was just gonna fall off my bed on my neck and hopefully break it.
what is this, $1 Million Baby? Anyway, are we on to bad surprises yet, or did I miss that?
No, we
Yeah.
haven't gotten there yet.
Well,
Who's a
kind
bad
of.
surprise, Ted?
I'm just saying, a bad surprise. It sucks that Charlie Walter got hurt. Now Hawaii's just gonna
Yeah.
go back to being bad.
To be honest, I think Oregon is a bad surprise.
That sucks. It sucks being Oregon's coach right now.
'Cause I had you guys top 20
Wait,
preseason.
why is Trey muted? What happened?
He
Somebody
muted
I
himself.
think he must have muted himself. So he could probably scream about Georgia Tech while we can't hear it, so we don't accuse him of more homerism.
Yeah, I can't unmute him. Well, let's just keep going.
You can only unmute yourself.
Well, I thought as a host of the lobby, I could unmute people.
No, because you can't do that.
Oh well, he'll figure it out eventually. if
Real
it's-
life Georgia.
Oh, there he is.
Oh God.
Anyway,
Wait, what?
bad
Nothing.
surprise.
Absolutely nothing, Trey. We have not said anything ever. Just,
What were y'all saying about me while I was gone?
you're a wonderful person.
Well, that's
That's-
true.
Let's move on. To
He's a homer about himself.
All right.
bad surprises. I'm
Other-
taking Kansas. They're 0-3 right now, and they just aren't playing up to the Kansas par. I should be able to finally beat them this season, and They looked good.
I hope you lose.
But ever since Nunzio, or whatever his damn name is, came into Kansas State, Kansas just kind of deflated.
Can't really
Yeah, I'm
talk
going to guess-
anything. I can't say anything bad about Kansas State.
Yeah, or who else? Florida State is an obvious one.
Yeah.
Florida State's an.
Did anybody say Boise State yet?
Oh
no.
Trey left the call.
He said he has to go
Bye,
get something to
Trey.
eat. Yeah, he's going to get lunch. It's 4 o'clock, but he's going to get lunch.
It's 3 o'clock.
Where did he go? Where did Trey go?
To get lunch, apparently.
Did he say that somewhere?
Yeah, in the shout box.
By the way, Trey, if you're still listening or something, you should bring me food.
He's going to Chick-fil-A. He's not going to get good food. He's getting shit food.
Chick-fil-A is God damn it, Ted.
Chick-fil-A is like the most garbage chicken this side of Popeyes.
Holy shit. Wait, are you saying Popeyes is bad too?
Popeyes has bad service. Their chicken isn't that bad, but everything
Okay, continue. Boise State has probably been the biggest, not the biggest, but a very disappointing season, considering their first 2 games. They started off 2-0.
Well, how did they do last season?
They started off 10-2, losses to Penn State and Hawaii, then lost to
so I would
Houston.
assume they would get a little bit worse. It's early.
But they
They'll
haven't.
never be the same as they were with Brian Brown. Like Boise State will never be the same as they were with Kellen Moore. It's just how it is.
But
Good coach.
their wins were against Georgia State and Temple.
Is this Boise State we're talking about?
Yeah.
Yep.
Good God.
They beat Georgia State, beat Temple, lost to Iowa State, and got smacked by Utah.
That schedule's soft.
Yeah, looking in the
Mountain
future,
West.
they have a bye next week. After that, they play Northern Illinois at home. I think they could lose that game. They play North Texas. I think they win that one. New Mexico, they'll probably win. They'll get beat pretty bad by Air Force, I think. Nevada, they'll win. Utah State, it might be close. I think they'll win. I think they'll lose to Colorado State and then beat Wyoming.
I wonder which Chick-fil-A Trey is going to. I might, if it's the one in the Ferg, I'll go meet him and then kick his ass.
I mean,
So even so, I think
listen
they'll
to what you
finish.
said there, Danger, and try to think. Did you ever think you would be saying Air Force is going to kick Boise State's ass?
Yeah.
I don't know, but Air Force is a better team this year. Like,
I'm just saying. I mean, when I had to
Oh,
play
yeah.
Boise State in 2013, I never thought I would say something like that.
oh yeah, you look at the way their 2 programs have gone. Discreto's just building them up, and I don't know what happened. Looks like his
He's
recruitment's been
declining,
good, but he
I
hasn't
mean,
done
maybe
enough.
he's not spending enough time on his, because the Patriots are also they're kind of a dysfunctional organization.
They're dysfunctional, but they win.
They didn't win in the playoffs.
Well,
No, they may be.
the playoffs is like the hardest time to win, so.
They have made some of the most.
Head scratch
Just-
decisions.
The whole Rob LeCount thing was absurd.
And then the whole Sean Hadnot thing.
Yeah, and then not signing it or not putting in re-signing offers in time. There's just a lot of stuff that you're looking at and you go, I don't know what they're doing.
Trey will also gladly do game day more often. Trey, you want to do game day more often? When we say,
All right.
Trey, what did you think about the game? You don't say, who won?
No, I mean, I'm thinking that we need to rebuild the game day crew, but we can discuss that in private.
Yeah, all right.
I better
So
stay
what's the
on
next
that.
thing on our...
Next thing on the list is big matches that could decide conference champion representatives.
Well, we got
And-
one tonight with Georgia, Missouri.
Yeah, definitely.
Yeah, that's the biggest one. Like as we talked about it earlier, I think Georgia wins that. Let's go conference by conference.
Yeah, we'll start here. I'll open up the schedule and we'll start. We'll take a little bit of Quasar's questioning and start with the AAC.
Wait, why did Quasar?
Or he wanted
good
us to do
shit.
it in conference order. He wanted to put a graphic up on the screen, but dude, we broadcast straight to YouTube. I'm not gonna like write ACC on Paint and fucking share my screen. So you can just search.
Here's the thing. Oh wait, are we still talking about conference implication things?
Yeah, we just started that.
And
Oh, we're doing it by conference. I was just gonna like list off games.
well, yeah, we're just gonna go through the biggest games of the season for each conference to determine. So the biggest game in the AAC East to determine, I think.
Houston, Northern Illinois.
Well, I think for the West, it's definitely Houston, Northern Illinois. I think the winner of that will
Plays
go
Marshall.
to the AAC championship, and then
Didn't they just-
Connecticut
I think they already
Marshall.
played. Didn't Houston and Northern Illinois play this week?
Did they?
Oh yeah, it is week 4. They
Yeah.
did play.
And Houston won that game.
All
So
right, so Houston
So
won the
Houston's gonna-
AAC. Congratulations, Houston.
So-
You have the easiest way
so
ever, and you
outside
have
of that
the best
game,
quarterback in the conference, and you have the best defensive player in the conference. ACC is so predictable.
I think
Or
I
AAC,
think the only
not
other
ACC.
one.
Whoever wins it on the left, whoever wins it in the East is gonna get shit on by Houston.
I think Cincinnati might have a chance to win the West, but that's gonna be tough for them.
Yeah, right.
I think
They would have to
Marshall
they'll have to-
with Zeko, they could make some noise. I think
Nope.
the Marshall Connecticut game will determine the East. You have
Well-
UCF might make some noise,
Nah, Georgia State.
but
Whoever
Was
wins the
Buzz
West
actually-
is going to win the ACC. It's not really even worth focusing on the East because
Yeah.
I don't know if any of those teams, maybe UCF. I mean, I'm
Marshall's
just going to throw a
pretty good.
dart and say UCF is going to get there and then get pummeled because all the other teams in the East are pretty weak. It kind of resembles the Big 12 North before it broke up.
I still
the
think
actual
Marshall's
football
pretty
norm.
strong.
All right, let's go to the
Yeah.
ACC because AAC is
Yeah, AAC is pretty bad. It's kind of like the MAC. All right, so
probably.
We're not doing that.
Well, Florida State is 0-3.
But they haven't lost a conference game yet.
Yeah, I know, but
I mean, ACC look
uh,
pretty damn good.
I think the title will be determined by Miami versus North Carolina,
In
and that'll determine the Coastal, and then the Coastal will win.
Well, I don't know because if Jumanji can figure out what the fuck he's doing up there in Massachusetts without Shore,
That
Boston
team was-
College is in the Atlantic.
Boston College was literally
Well,
all Mosey Bartos.
And Alex Ashore.
and also
Well,
not to
Boston
mention
was still
NC
there,
State
and they're
looks
not
pretty
that
good
great.
so far. I mean, they haven't played any real competition. Did they lose to Auburn? I see they played Auburn this week.
Yeah, they lost.
Well, fuck.
All right, but let's start. Let's go in the Atlantic. I think Clemson against Wake. I think Wake Forest might make some noise in the Atlantic. I think the biggest game in the Atlantic, though, is probably NC State Clemson Week 7.
Yeah.
I think it's probably the biggest game in the Atlantic. I think Florida State Clemson's going to be a big one because I still think they're the strongest team. But
Let's see if Florida State can figure it out. Like you said, they don't have a conference loss yet.
yeah, so they still have another out of conference game, but
Yeah, but I still think they lose to either Miami or North Carolina when they play them. If they make it to the title.
we'll see. But I could see them winning the AAC or ACC this year.
And then okay, Pittsburgh deserves some sort of recognition. So
Oh yeah,
If-
don't.
if Pittsburgh beats North Carolina, which I think is unlikely because AJ's better than James Dale, then they might have a chance to beat Miami. Miami, North Carolina is this week, right?
No.
Oh no, it's North Carolina versus Texas.
Miami, North Carolina is week
Week
12.
11, week 12. Yeah.
That'll be a good
But-
game. That
Who
yeah,
does Miami play this week? Weren't we talking about them earlier?
They play Georgia Tech this week,
Oh,
and that'll.
and we all know Georgia Tech's not going to win the Coastal.
dude, no, Georgia Tech's a playoff team.
All right. We done with the
Right for a second. We missed
And
it.
and you can't deny Virginia Tech is undefeated, but look at that schedule so far. Connecticut at San Jose State, New Mexico.
Again, we're overlooking Pittsburgh.
Yeah, and Pittsburgh too.
Okay,
I
Jumbo says he has North Carolina, Miami, and Virginia Tech at home. That's very, very helpful. Jumbo, you might actually, if you can beat North Carolina, you can beat Miami.
My
And
If
prediction,
Pittsburgh beats North Carolina, they could take the Coastal hands down.
my prediction this season is that the ACC doesn't send a team to the playoffs. No one gets to 9-3. No one. The winner of the conference isn't 9-3.
no,
I
yeah,
don't
I bet
think
no,
that-
I think they will.
Because I think
Florida State's going to lose again. So if Florida State wins,
Yeah, I think Florida State finishes the regular season at 8-4, but goes to the
it like
ACC
represents
championship
the
and wins it.
Atlantic and then wins, and then nobody gets in. That'd be
I
funny.
think if you put Pittsburgh against Florida State again this season, Pittsburgh could actually win it. No one gave them a chance last year, and rightfully so. But this year, I think if you put them in a rematch, Pittsburgh could take it and then go to the playoffs.
All right.
Also, so much for shortening the time.
Oh, yeah. Well, because we're waiting for night games, it always comes down to this kind of.
At least we have good content.
Yeah.
People don't seem to mind as much as long as we have good content.
Which we do. This is good game day, man.
Yeah.
Moving on to the Big 12.
Oh, just dismiss it. All right. Yeah.
Honestly,
This
I'm
one,
in the Big
this
12
one's gonna
this
be
year.
difficult.
Big 12.
Yeah.
considering the North looks to be all Oklahoma, maybe Iowa State.
Kansas. Oh yeah, no, Kansas versus
Virginia.
Oklahoma. There you go.
Yeah, that's the biggest game, but I think Oklahoma wins that.
I better fucking win it this year.
I just don't think Kansas is good enough this year. No offense to Storm.
Well,
But-
remember, he started like 0-3 last season, and then it took a Kansas State loss in the last weeks to get me to the fucking championship game, so I can never underestimate Kansas.
That
But
is
Iowa
true.
State barely beat a Temple team, so their stock is absolutely dropping.
But didn't Iowa State also beat Boise State? I mean, who isn't very good, but they still beat Boise State.
Yeah, Boise State.
Yeah, but so did
That Boise State win lost. That Boise State win lost a lot of credit after this week.
I mean, Temple's
Um,
bad. No offense to Alien UFO, but Temple is fucking bad, and they almost
I
lost.
think he realizes that. He definitely realizes that.
Can anybody challenge Texas in danger if you say TCU? I guess I can give you credit for that one because you're ranked now.
Here's
I
the
think
problem: the only person that,
TCU and Texas Tech are the only ones who have a.
What?
I said the only ones who even have a chance, in my opinion, in the South are TCU and Texas Tech, and I don't trust either of us.
Actually, I got
They're
another.
kind of ignoring a 4-0 Oklahoma State right now.
Yeah, I don't believe in Oklahoma State, especially even though they
Oklahoma
just
State
beat
lost a
Kansas.
game.
I think they lost to Arizona. I just
Won.
don't think.
Did they lose to Arizona?
Yeah, they lost to Arizona.
Ted, look out at Bedlam. You might lose there.
Yeah, but I just don't think they're going to have enough in them to win the South. They might take a game from Texas or Texas Tech, but I don't think they'll win it. I don't
New
think I'll win.
question: will Baylor
they-
win a game?
where's
Baylor
this-
beats Hawaii.
They play. Oh, do they play this week?
No, Charlie Walter will be back by then. They won't beat Hawaii.
Oh, true.
Oh no, Tabor, you're gonna go winless.
The ultimate dagger will be when they're 0-12. No, they'll be
Maybe
0-11,
0-11.
and then TCU beats them, make them 0-12.
Oh man, they gotta play I've never lost to Baylor on here, so I don't plan on doing it this season.
Oh no, please, Tabor, please beat Danger.
That would be
The
awful.
amount of salt from Danger
Also,
will poison Taffy.
According to the
From rain.
commissioner, the night games are amazing.
All right, this should be fun.
Well, we're gonna make it last then.
Oh,
I
and
guess.
Rabid Snowman is now calling out Danger, saying, quote, I don't believe in a 4-0 Oklahoma State, end quote, but you believe in TCU.
Oh yeah, the reason Oklahoma State isn't 4-0, so I don't know what you're saying.
They're 3-1,
They're
but
3-1.
Rabbit,
they're 3
you
and
kinda
1s with
messed
win
up.
against
It's not
SMU.
4-0.
Their wins are against SMU, at winless Baylor, and against winless Kansas. I
your
mean,
wins are
You're dropping facts.
are against or outside of me, 3-1
your wins are
Colorado State.
Tennessee and at Colorado State.
which are better than any wins Oklahoma State has.
No, I don't believe. Kansas has had a tough schedule. At UCLA,
Kansas-
Pittsburgh, at Oklahoma State,
Okay,
and then
true.
at North Carolina. I don't believe that you can
They haven't
value
played.
Kansas.
They haven't played North Carolina yet, but
Oh, I'm already giving them a
Kansas.
loss there, but anyway, you can't value Colorado State over Kansas. You absolutely
I
cannot.
mean,
do
at this
that.
point, when Colorado State has beaten up on Kentucky, Virginia, and who else have they beaten?
Kentucky played somebody really close.
Kentucky, a winless Kentucky, a winless Virginia, a hapless Virginia, by the way.
Kentucky
Yeah,
almost.
Virginia's thrown way too much.
Kentucky's not bad. Well, actually, no, because M Post gave him his game plan.
And I never said that Oklahoma State was 4-0. I knew they weren't 4-0. I had said
Anyway.
a long time ago that they were 3-1. I knew they were.
Anyway, Oklahoma State has a better chance to beat Texas than TCU does. Really?
Maybe. I think, especially after they played Kansas, they threw it 50 times and joined the group of teams to do that. And once you get one-dimensional like that, it's.
Although I don't think that they'll beat Houston in a couple weeks.
Yeah,
After that, their schedule's a fucking,
they have Tulane and Marshall out of conference.
All right. Can we go to the Big Ten?
Yeah, let's
Ten's
move on to the Big
interesting.
Ten.
Penn State.
Penn State's obviously going to win the East.
Penn State versus Michigan is a good game. Michigan State is down.
Penn State versus Michigan is the only chance that anybody has to usurp Penn State from the East at all.
I mean, Michigan
That would
State can
cause-
play spoiler, but they're not going to win the conference. And so can Ohio
Right,
State.
that's why I said they're not going to usurp them. I mean, even if Michigan State beat Penn State, they wouldn't win out.
But, like, I could see Penn State beating Michigan, but losing to Michigan State and Ohio State, and then Michigan represents the conference. Or represents the East, and then loses
There's
to Iowa.
absolutely no chance in
Iowa
hell
is
that
my
Penn State
pick
loses
to
to
win the
Ohio
Big
State.
Ten. Boom.
Do
Ashley
what?
Schaefer
Come on,
BMW. I said Iowa's my pick to win the Big Ten.
Iowa's your pick to win the Big Ten.
I think Iowa, Purdue, or Wisconsin will win the West, and I can't argue against Iowa right now, but
Iowa
I
has
think
probably for real, they have the best quarterback in the conference.
I'm going to retract my statement about Taffy earlier, and I'm going to say that Wisconsin's probably going to win the West. I feel it. I feel they have a pretty good team, but I don't think they take out Penn State at the East, and I don't think Penn State. I think Penn State goes undefeated again through their schedule and tramples Wisconsin on the way to probably a national championship run. Really.
yeah, looking at the East, it's down this year. Rutgers isn't very good. Ohio State,
Ohio State's been deceptively good. They haven't been that great.
but after their game against ECU, you're like,
No, Ohio State has been scraping by.
And they have to go at Oklahoma, at Michigan State, at Iowa, at Penn State, and then Michigan.
Oh, their
absolutely
schedule's
going to
awful.
get throttled there.
Ohio State will win 7 games this year.
Michigan, I don't know. Michigan State's not what they were. And Maryland, Indiana are not good.
Maryland and Indiana, they've never been good.
Exactly. So you look the East. I think you have to give it to Penn State. I think they're gonna walk through it,
It's
especially
absolutely Penn State's to lose. I mean,
especially when they're cross division. Well, they do have Nebraska cross divisional when they're not a.
But Nebraska hasn't been playing well as of late, and they're not going to play well again tonight.
Toledo still has like 3, maybe 4 games to go. So, that's, He said that the night games were amazing, and he's only on LSU, so I'm assuming Nebraska and Oklahoma, Texas at North Carolina, and Georgia and Missouri are all good games, which is look out Ted, look out Pat, and then Missouri and Georgia's toss.
Son of a bitch. Well, hopefully mine's one that's not amazing. Anyway, so it's Penn State's to lose. They would absolutely have to pull a major fuck up to not win the East, and then even then, they would have to try pretty hard not to win the entire conference. Yes, I am underestimating Iowa.
I think Iowa wins.
I think Iowa's the strongest. I could see Purdue or Wisconsin winning it.
Nope.
But because I still believe in the
Purdue can't
Boilermakers,
beat Iowa.
and Wisconsin has one of the best offensive lines in college football. Like
Wisconsin
real
versus Penn
Wisconsin
State,
does.
and then Penn State runs them over.
No, I'm saying Iowa versus Michigan, and Iowa wins.
I'm taking Iowa against Penn State, but Iowa wins.
Next up is the MAC. Do we even care?
Nope.
Now I don't know
To
enough
put it
about the
shortly,
MAC, to be
no, we
completely
don't, because
honest.
we know that there's two. Well, there's one team that's undefeated. Look, I'll go through this really fast again. Look, this is how it's going to work. Mac, guess what? Ball State has probably the best player, or no, not Ball State. Kent State has the best player, but Ball State, their running back just put the team on the back, so he's probably the favorite to win, like Conference Player of the Year, whatever. Ball State's undefeated. I think Ball State will probably win it all because they already beat the best looking team by talent, which is Kent State. So yeah. Ball State probably wins conference, and I don't even know if they get to go to bowl games. So, yeah, there's the
All
match.
right, moving on to the Mountain West. Beautiful from our MAC reporter, Kate Rich there.
All right.
Oh, man, people might be so salty at me after this.
How the fuck did I not know that the two divisions in the Mountain West were called Mountain and West? God damn it.
All right. The biggest game in the Mountain Division is last week of the season.
Didn't
rivalry
we talk
week.
about this like earlier on in the show?
Yeah, we talked some about the Mountain West. In the Mountain Division, Air Force at Colorado State will determine the champion in the final week of the season.
And then I got San Diego State winning the West, easy.
Yeah.
Yeah, San Diego State wins the West.
San Diego State's going to win the entire thing. Sorry, Discreto, but their team just looks so damn good.
They do. Orly Vaccaro's a good quarterback.
Orly.
So, do we want to spend any more time on the Mountain West? This one's
Not
kind of
really.
a gimme.
Pac-12.
Let's move on to
Pack. Okay, so I think Washington's going to win the conference,
Well, I think
which is hard
the
for me to
biggest
say,
game
being
in the
Wisconsin or
North
whatever,
is going to be Washington at Washington at Stanford week 9.
but Stanford doesn't have a conference loss. They just have like a non-conference loss.
who'd they lose to,
Yeah.
though?
They lost to somebody not so
Virginia.
great. Yeah, West Virginia.
West Virginia.
Which
don't see
scares me
anyone else
about
beating.
Stanford, like West Virginia. You were a playoff team last year, and you lost West Virginia.
Yeah, I think Washington's going to win. I don't think there's anyone as strong as they are in there, but I think Stanford's the second
The
best.
thing is, though, like a lot of the Pac-12 North games are traps. Like the only ones that you could probably say are like definite wins are Washington State and Oregon State.
I think Oregon's a definite win.
I mean, I got the skill players to do it. You can't say I don't have the skill players to do it.
I can say that you're barely going to go 6-6.
That's true.
Anyway, I promised
probably agree with
UI
that.
Killer I'd jump on his bandwagon when he beat whatever team he beat last week. So I'm taking
He beat,
Washington to win the North.
Wisconsin, right?
Yep, he beat Wisconsin. I'm taking Washington. Finally seems like they got their shit together. They're the real deal. TCTY Killer has shaken off.
Man.
Do what?
Said every year with Wisconsin or Washington though, it always
They
looks
beat
like
North
they're going to be good.
Carolina. They also beat Wisconsin.
The logjam at the top of
this
the
year-
South will be interesting.
They beat Michigan State at Wisconsin and at North Carolina. They are the real deal. Like that is an impressive start
Washington
to
takes the
season.
North. In the South, it comes down to week 12 when Arizona goes at, or when USC goes at Arizona, and that's all she wrote.
Could we get like a three-way tie, like USC beats Arizona, who beats UCLA, who beats USC?
That would be the only scenario where I see UCLA even getting close, because Arizona State, Colorado, and Utah are bad. UCLA, Ken Eller's not playing very well.
Actually, no. I'm gonna say Arizona beats USC, who beats UCLA, and then UCLA beats Arizona.
I don't think UCLA beats Arizona. I think Arizona beats USC, who beats UCLA, but UCLA doesn't beat Arizona. And Arizona goes from the South. It's going to be a Washington-Arizona matchup unlike you've never seen in the Pac-12 because that just sounds absurd.
Well, nobody's ever represented the South other than USC so far, so.
I mean, in terms of real football and the sim, it sounds absurd to even think that.
Arizona keeps going. Arizona has gone like what, twice? No, actually, it was the first time this year.
Yeah,
I
and
think they went because
well,
like
if,
USC was banned or something.
No, in real
well,
football?
yeah,
No, Arizona
but
won the South this year.
Oh yeah, and
yeah,
they got
Arizona did
raped by
win the South.
Oregon.
Yes.
Yeah,
They
no, I'm
also beat
saying,
Oregon early on in the year.
yeah, okay, guys. If there's a three-way tie in the South, there's actually with
What are the
UC.
tiebreakers? Overall record?
Well, it'd be out of sound overall record, I don't believe. Well, first they'd all be co-division champions,
Ugh.
and then I think the team
Oh,
who's
yeah.
rated highest in the coaches poll will represent them in
Really? Wait, it wouldn't go to overall record before?
No, overall record is usually irrelevant when determining conference
The final coaches
representative.
poll is done by Saloonist Systems though, so there's no human involvement.
It's not the final coach. It's the last one of the regular season.
That's what I'm talking about.
Not the. No, that's not done by.
Fuck your
I
final
don't like that. I feel like overall record's better. Like,
Yeah, but that's not how it works.
Nobody gives a fuck about the final poll after the bowls. The season's already over. I'm talking about the one
Not
after the
after.
regular season ends.
Not. Yeah, one after regular season ends. That's not
Yes.
done by computers. That's done.
I thought that one was done by
yeah, I voted in that one last year.
I didn't think it was. I thought it was done by
No,
voters.
we all voted in that one. That was the one
Yeah.
where I was considering trying to like put whoever it was that might sneak me at might keep me out of the playoffs at like 25.
So
like,
apparently,
oh, no.
according to the commissioner, the Purdue Notre Dame game needs a 30 for 30 segment.
Oh.
So we're gonna have to stay on air until these things get. Hope you all aren't busy.
Yeah,
We're gonna have to stay on air.
You know, I always hate when that because it gets hype, but then you kind of give away that's going to be such a hell of a game. But either way, I'm excited now. I told y'all I think Purdue wins it.
SEC.
Okay, the final poll is all computers,
Told
but
you.
I think I'll look at the Pac-12 tiebreakers though. Oh man, fucking TCU went to overtime. Shit, I thought we had it.
Playing against who?
Wait, how do you know this? What?
He's talking about basketball or some
Oh.
shit. The
Either
final
way.
poll is all computers.
Going.
All right, so
Okay.
yeah, it's gonna be Washington versus somebody.
Washington.
Probably Arizona or UFC.
I think Washington versus Arizona.
I do
Dream
too.
just does not put value into the site like he used to, and it's
Okay,
going to start
so-
showing in his coaching.
Okay, so overall record isn't used. What is head-to-head results, and in a three-way tie, they'd all be 1-1. So it goes to the next tiebreaker.
No, wait.
Records in
Yeah.
records in interdivisional games, which would all be the same because they all finished 1-1 in the division, and then or whatever record in the division with one loss, and they won their out-of-division game. Record against the next highest placed team in the division, that would be passed up too, if they're all 1-1 and won the rest of their games. Record in common conference games, again, it would be passed up, and then its highest ranking in the poll. So yeah,
So,
that's what would be the
all
next
that
one.
bullshit to get down to a final computer ranked poll, which I'm
Oh,
okay with since there's no
well,
human.
Well, wait, that's assuming Arizona. Well, okay, so then the order does matter. Who beats who? If Arizona beats USC, then they go. If USC beats Arizona but loses to UCLA,
Because
I'd
it's the poll, it
probably
depends on
say USC goes.
the polls and how it works out. But
Oh
that's
wait,
what
but
it
the
would end
poll will the poll take overall record into account? Because USC already has a loss.
It probably would take it into account somewhat. It's all computers.
Interesting.
Remember that.
Interesting.
So there's no bias to when they lost or any of that. It'll be interesting to see.
One more conference. We got the SEC. So this week we got Missouri versus Georgia, and then
This is the biggest game in the SEC East.
yeah,
Except-
the
well-
world's largest outdoor cocktail party. That's
I
probably a
don't
pretty big
think
one.
Florida's
As
gonna
long as
make it.
MPost doesn't keep scheme changing and like gets more reasonable, then
If you
Florida.
think Florida has any chance to take the East, you're a damn fool.
Yeah, I think it's Missouri or Georgia, whoever wins tonight.
Yancey Musgrave is at least the second best, if not the best quarterback in the SEC.
And you know what? Aaron Devereaux was one of the best
Um,
quarterbacks we had in the sim last season, but Crimson Chin couldn't coach him, so LSU ended up with a bad record.
I think he is probably the second best behind Matty Swift.
No,
Maybe-
Matty Swift is behind Yancey Musgrave. Aaron Shea is ahead of
No
him.
way. Oh, Aaron Shea's ahead of Yancey Musgrave and Matty Swift,
Texas A&M
and
played this week.
maybe Aerosmith.
Are you guys talking pure talent or with coaching? Because if you're taking with coaching, then it's Aaron Shea, because Impost is absolutely ruining Yancey Musgrave.
No, he's not. Look at his stats. They look good.
Half the completion
I'm just talking
percentage.
about how good he's playing. I'm talking
He's
about
played
how good
Baylor,
he's
San
playing
Jose
overall.
State, and Kentucky. He has Nevada. Wow, he has a soft fucking schedule.
Okay, but Kentucky knew he was throwing it immensely, and he still went
He's
ham.
going to continue he's going to lose to Georgia.
Yeah, probably.
No, I think.
He has such a soft
And
schedule.
Ooh, what if
If
we get another
cross-division is-
three-way tie? What if we get Florida beats Missouri, Missouri beats Georgia, Georgia beats Florida?
it's like real life nearly, but
Oh, I don't
and-
know which way that would go. But I think Florida loses to Georgia and Missouri, so it would be.
yeah, I don't.
back down to
I think
Missouri.
they're a good team. I think they have a lot of talent there, but they're going to disappoint like they always do.
They
and
have
they'll
the
fall.
highest offensive line rating ever in college football.
Yeah, but I don't know. They haven't. They need to fix their offense and not be throwing 70 times a game for one. But they're not a bad team by any means. They're just not gonna win the East. And going to the West, I think it's gonna come down to week.
Oh, by the way, we said M Post and the Yancey Musgrave a lot. We should be like blackout by
We
now.
never actually said Impost. We said Nancy Musgrave a few times though.
Oh. Yeah, we did. We were like M Post is running.
We've said Impost a few times.
Whatever.
Rightfully
Um,
so, we should all be a little tipsy.
No, me being a small man, I would probably, since I've said it probably 5-6 times, I'd be pretty hammered right now.
Looking out at the West, that's a clusterfuck.
In the West,
In the West,
I
I
think
got
it's got to come down to week 6. Alabama at Texas A&M.
nope.
I think the winner of this.
I think-
Oh, and you can't forget
Alabama
LSU.
wins that
now.
game handily. It's all
No, I-
about LSU versus Alabama.
That's another big one.
I
I
think
think-
you guys are ignoring Arkansas here. Dark horse.
RJ Stanford is so good.
Has he lost a
But
game
they're
yet?
not.
Really?
I think they're,
Yes, they lost to
if I'm not
Nebraska.
mistaken, they're 4-0.
Nope.
No, they're not. They lost to Nebraska.
Did they lose to Nebraska?
They lost to Nebraska?
Did
Yeah,
they
I don't
lose to
think
Nebraska?
they're a good. They're a good team.
You lost
But,
to Nebraska.
You have to remember they got their secondary.
Never mind, I take back what I said.
Army just tore up their secondary. The Stavior had a game, like 4 touchdowns, no interceptions, throwing it 70 times, had 400 yards. Yeah, and they're not good enough to win the West. I think it's going to come down to Alabama, LSU, or Texas A&M, and I think Texas A&M wins it. I think Texas A&M is the best team in the
You
SEC.
think
in
they
the SEC West.
repeat?
I think Texas A&M is the worst of the three.
I pick Texas A&M because they get both Alabama and LSU at home.
I think Arkansas beats Texas A&M. I think Arkansas, Alabama, and LSU all beat Texas A&M.
If Arkansas beats A&M, then who do they lose to that's going to cost them the West? Because they got
Arkansas?
And
Arkansas loses to Alabama and LSU.
yeah,
I think they'll
Arkansas
win. I think
isn't
they'll win one of those.
Great. I-
I'm going to
I-
ride the
what-
Arkansas bandwagon. Fuck you people.
What about
I mean,
Auburn?
Yeah, if you believe in that RJ,
I think if Ja'Cory Kessler
like-
starts playing better, Ja'Cory Kessler steps up. Auburn
Ja'Cory
makes some
Kessler
noise.
could
they could
cause
fall like
problems
upset
in
in
the
the Iron Bowl,
Which would make
maybe.
me very, very sad. If Alabama loses the Iron Bowl this year, I will be sad.
Alabama won't lose the Iron Bowl because it's at Alabama, and Rome's just going to keep
Yeah.
tweaking with it until he fucks it up because
Like,
he keeps wanting to
Seriously,
do better.
Randy, if you're listening to this, like, I was very, very sad when Rome beat you last year because I hate hearing it from Rome. Fuck Auburn. So please, for the love of God, do not lose. And then, by the way, if Rome somehow beats, Arkansas, LSU. No, wait, who did he lose to already?
Who?
Arkansas has only lost to Nebraska.
No, who has Auburn played so far?
They lost to USC, and I think that's it.
Oh, okay. So
Well,
I would
yeah,
probably
because they
pick
had
Auburn over
Northwestern,
Arkansas
Utah
right
State.
now.
They could lose to. Did they play? No, they beat NC State, didn't they?
Yeah, they haven't played NC State
Oh yeah,
yet.
that's
They'll
another
lose to
5-5
A&M. They'll
quarterback.
lose to Arkansas. They'll lose to LSU,
Well,
and honestly, I think they'll lose to Alabama too.
Maybe, but I could see him. I could see him beating
SEC is
Arkansas.
actually probably the most exciting conference right now.
What, the SEC?
It's interesting.
Yeah.
The SEC West could go a lot of ways,
SEC West is strong,
and I think Texas A&M wins it.
and SEC East is strong. I think Tennessee could shake things up against one of the top 3 teams.
Tennessee's 2-1 right now. With wins against West Virginia and Duke. Lost TCU.
Well, you lost TCU, but TCU was close to Georgia, so like.
And TCU.
That says more about Georgia than it does to TCU.
Well, that was also like the breaking of the curse, so.
That was the breaking of the coffee.
All right, guys. Now it's time for our favorite conference, the Independents.
Independence. Wow, this is so hard. Hey guys, guess what? Notre fucking Dame. Duh.
Yeah, Notre Dame needs to join. You all need to join a fucking conference, lazy pricks.
No, I'd be okay with Army and Navy staying independent, but Notre Dame should just join Notre Dame should join the Big Ten. That would make it the most
ACC.
The ACC, really?
No, God no.
If they were in the Atlantic, which they,
they would be fine in Big. They're in Big Ten country, for God's sake.
Yeah, no, they're joining either. I mean, I could understand if they joined the Big 12.
Kendrick found his scores.
Oh God. Oh no, here it comes. Here it comes.
Notre Dame is right there in the middle of Illinois, which is fucking Big Ten country. There's no reason to send them all the way out to the fucking coast every time they want to play a game.
Yeah, I agree.
I mean, I'm talking about in real life. They're parts of the ACC.
Better idea. Let's just put Notre Dame in the MAC and see what happens.
Danger, why did you do this?
Danger, no, why did you say it? Now he's definitely going to say it.
I'm sorry, I had to.
God damn it, Danger.
I'm just watching this TCU.
Hey, wasn't the last game Penn State Rutgers? Because he's on Rutgers' depth chart right now.
Yeah, I think that was the last one.
Yeah, that is the last one.
All right. But for Notre Dame, they beat Oklahoma, beat BYU, beat Washington State. Like I said, I think they lose to Purdue. I think they lose to USC. But the only other game I think they lose is Pittsburgh. And that gets them to 9-3.
Notre Dame. You think Notre Dame's going to lose to Pittsburgh?
I think they might. That's the only one I think they have a chance of losing.
I think Notre Dame has a solid chance to go undefeated.
They do, but I predict they lose their next game.
No, I really do.
Notre Dame's going to lose one game, and that could be USC. Other than that, they're going to run Purdue and they're going to run Pittsburgh.
I don't know if they're going to lose to USC because, like I said, Dream's heart and mind is not in this site anymore.
Yeah, it is. He's hyped to be the new coach of the. Who's he? The coach of Giants? Yeah, the Giants.
We'll see how that goes.
See, now you've got him saying damn straight about Raul Gomez.
Anyway, let's move on here. What are we moving on to? We were posting on that for so long. Should Boise be worried? We already went over that.
Yeah.
Yes, they should be.
Here we go.
I think
the curtain call before the night games, guys. TCU versus Nebraska. Who wins? Go.
I'm gonna let you all go first, and I'll say.
I want Danger to just spew.
I want Danger to take over this because I don't really care about either team.
Okay, so this is. I think Discreto was the one who asked this in the show.
This
is what. Okay. I don't know. I could see that game going either way. To be honest,
no way. Wait, what the? No.
Saluda just said
Saluda really just say that?
No, but
Oh, he probably means
I
in like
think
2 years, which I would totally
I,
agree with because he actually has the potential to do that.
yeah, I think. Well, right now, if you look at my coaches poll, I have Nebraska and TCU ranked pretty close, like within 2, 3 spots of each other. So when we're looking at that, I think you go either way. I think I have a better offense than Nebraska does. I think they have a better defense, and it'll just come down to who makes plays. I think the way they're playing right now, Nathan Burden is better than Sean Hamilton, and I'm better running back too. But I would, it would be a close game if I played Nebraska right now, and I definitely wouldn't want to be playing them because they are a talented team.
This is really not what I expected. I expected Danger to just go full homer and be like, I
Remember,
win by
Danger's not
21
trash.
points.
No, I don't. I think I could win, and if I were making a prediction, I'd probably pick myself because in a close
Because
game,
you're the coach at TCU. I mean,
yeah,
you wouldn't pick their own game.
in a close game, I'd always predict myself, but it would be a very interesting matchup because I think both teams are very similar. I think Nebraska is a little more talented, but I think TCU is playing better at this moment, and it'd be interesting to see how we match up. Be a good game.
Well,
It would certainly be an interesting game.
that was oddly well worded and not homered.
See, the problem is you're remembering that Trey was in this game day. You're kind of polluted.
True. My mind is
No,
clouded.
the only time I talk really homer about TCU is when we sucked really bad, because it was really fun to talk shit to like Texas when like I have a 1 in 100 chance of winning that game, but talking shit and then winning is the greatest thing ever.
Having you on camera winning is the best.
Oh, Trey got himself some Chick-fil-A. Trey, why didn't you bring me any? God.
I'm telling him to get back in here for night games so we can rag on his ass when he loses.
No. God.
All right.
All right. But for
right now we're
real-
just kind of waiting.
Right.
So what do we say if AJ Jefferson throws no interceptions that they beat Texas?
They have a chance. He'd have to throw at least 2 touchdowns, maybe 3.
Oh yeah. We said 2 touchdowns, no interceptions. North Carolina wins.
Oh,
And seeing
3 seconds
Florida
left.
said the games are good. There is and we know what other games were good. We know that Purdue Notre Dame is good.
I think all the games are going to be pretty good. I'm really interested to see Purdue Notre Dame because my pick is still Purdue. Like I said, Corey Mendoza throws 3 touchdowns, or might have said 4, but he has a good game and pulls the upset. Because right now I have Purdue ranked like 13, 14 in the nation because I think they are legitimate. And
Rank the Ducks.
We'll
We
see.
won a game. No, I'm kidding. I'm honestly hoping to win like 6 games this year, but I think playoff teams are going to be. So I'm gonna go with Iowa from the Big Ten. I'm gonna see if we have 8 teams. No, we have 9 playoff teams, right?
yeah, let's predict playoff teams.
There's a play-in game, right?
Yeah, I'll let you guys do that first. I'm sure the night games will be posted before it's my turn.
Wait,
What are we talking about?
Is there, no, God, he's back.
I'm right here.
We're talking about how shitty Georgia Tech is.
No, God damn it, Ted! Don't provoke him.
My team is shitty. In real life, they're amazing. But
And we were talking about how Danger is like not even a homer.
Okay. So, AAC probably doesn't have a playoff. Oh, wait, nope. Houston will probably earn a playoff spot.
Houston would earn a playoff spot.
Houston, someone will get to 9.
Is there a play-in game? Is there like 9 teams in the playoffs?
I don't think there's a yes.
Yeah,
Yes,
there's a
there
play-in.
is. Because USC and Texas Tech played in it last season.
Yeah. Okay. So.
Yeah, it's kind of like the first round of playoffs kind of.
Oh, but those are the
We have
at-larges,
games.
right? The
We have
at-larges
games.
play in the.
Guys,
Oh,
games.
we have games.
Oh fuck!
We
We
have
got
games.
games. We got games.
Holy shit! I won in 3 overtimes.
No, that'll.
Oh wow! Look at Purdue Notre Dame. Holy fuck! I missed it.
Oh.
Yes! Yes!
Oh, Georgia Tech. Wow, nice.
I told y'all.
I said I thought Miami was under.
No.
Oh,
Why?
Gee,
This is
Miami's
why you don't let
overrated.
Trey back in after, because he was gonna win, and then now he's just gonna be like,
Oh.
I'm the best team in the
Purdue,
sim.
All right,
Corey
let's go over these.
Who
Let's
said
go over
Corey
the big
Mendoza was throwing
fucking
4
games,
touchdown
guys.
passes?
Oh, Penn
3
State
touchdown
handled
passes.
Rutgers, so that's like the one boring.
Let's go over these amazing fucking games.
We gotta go game by game.
Oh, holy shit! All of these games.
I
Are
told you,
Oh,
man, UNC
no.
came so close to the upset.
Wow, we actually predicted that completely right. AJ went 2 TDs, no interceptions, and lost by 1 point.
All of these games.
On the
were amazing.
buzzer, a field goal. Gino Chiavarini,
And
BMOC in Austin
I
this
told
week.
y'all Missouri would win. I told y'all.
How the
We all
fuck
said
did
Missouri.
Sam Light? Okay,
We
guys,
all
let's go back up to the first game, which is
All
mine.
right, game
We
one.
all picked Missouri.
Game one.
Oh yeah, never mind.
Nebraska
That was
at
the wrong
12
game.
Oklahoma. Norman, Oklahoma, 74 degrees and sunny.
Oh man.
Alejandro earning his goddamn scholarship
Lord.
again.
Why so many field goals?
Alejandro. I just want to say this has to be absolutely just heartbreaking for Nebraska, because last week I think it was 2 overtimes, maybe been 3 when they lost to Missouri, and this week they lose to Oklahoma in 3 overtimes.
Hey, Sean Hamilton didn't turn it over, so
I
Hey, guys, I'm
finally
just
got
saying.
that.
I'm just
Yeah,
saying.
no,
Russell.
I'm just saying. If I'm a coach in third overtime, I don't care how long it was on 4th down. I'm not kicking a field goal in third overtime. Like that's just asking to lose.
he has a point though, because like if they're scoring back and forth, like they're probably gonna score a touchdown. I wonder how long, I wonder if we could ever find out the distance, like on the down.
motherfucker.
Shout out to
Probably
Jarius Davis with 2 sacks on Sean Hamilton.
Fuck this shit.
Sean Hamilton with a rushing touchdown, even though he ran for -1 yards.
Yeah, that's pretty impressive. How far was that? It was a 1-yard touchdown run. So that sack must have been pretty decent. Or 2 sacks, I guess. Because that shows up in the rushing category, doesn't it?
Yeah. Well,
18 for
no.
27, 264 yards, and
That's
2
interesting.
touchdowns.
So he had to have at least 1 rush for like 8 yards.
Sacks
Hmm.
only show up in rushing if the guy also has a touchdown or something. Because you don't just show up if it's just sacks.
Yeah, you have to have a touchdown or a fumble or something.
Ty Miller's still going dry. I mean, he got 6 for 103 yards,
Well, okay,
but still no
so
touchdown.
Oklahoma had 2 sacks, so that's like -6 yards rushing. So Sean Hamilton had like a 5-yard carry as well.
All right, then. So I
trying to
barely
figure
pull
it
out the victory, and it looks like...
Solid O-line performance, by the way.
Thank you. Very good. Great game from both teams. Next
Clap.
up is
Clap
Texas
it up.
at North Carolina. It was just
USC lost because they had an extra point blocked.
that, and I mean that's just ridiculous. How often are you gonna end up saying that?
Logan Pruitt, 66-yard touchdown run.
You know what? I don't
Hey,
think it
they
was an
actually
extra point
did what
blocked.
we
I think
said.
it comes down
They
to the
were actually
very.
correct. UNC ran the ball, and they were right there. In addition to great play by A.J. Jefferson. I mean, they didn't
Not
run the
bad
ball
at
like a
all.
lot, but they ran
How
it
the fuck did
effectively.
Sam Light get 30 for 49, 317 yards? He never plays that well.
Big time, I
Stepped
guess.
up on the big game on the big stage.
Yeah, Sam Light. All right, well, you're keeping your job, even though we were asking if you would make the entire season.
I told y'all, Logan, that North Carolina can run it if they want to.
Danger, what the fuck just
And-
happened to you in the shout bot?
Fucking TCU lost in overtime in basketball because we
Wow.
fouled the dude with 1 second left and he made 2 free throws to beat us.
Get wrecked.
Shouldn't have fouled him then.
It was
Moving on to
Also, UNC missed a field goal, and they fumbled in the fourth quarter.
yeah, they had every chance to win that fucking game, but they
They
didn't.
should have won that game. They should have won that game by 2 scores.
Does Texas
I
fall
mean-
from number 1?
No.
Unless Penn
Just-
State
Penn
looks-
State dismantled Rutgers.
No, they didn't.
I'm
do
telling
good
you, the coach. Remember last season with the coaches poll,
Well,
They
these are all
won't
new
vote. They won't
voters.
vote a number one out until they lose.
I would have moved.
I think some other people.
Penn State was my preseason number one, so I would have moved them back ahead of Oklahoma if Penn State had won by like 50. But 34-6 isn't impressive enough to pass Oklahoma.
I bet you Texas loses the first place vote.
It
And
won't be mine.
LSU
Yeah,
might
Texas
keep
always
their
loses the
first place
first place
vote.
vote to somebody random. Anyway, Georgia at Missouri. Amazing game.
Wow.
I'm sorry, friends, but this makes me happy.
Aaron
McCullough.
Shea going 16 to 23, 222 yards, 2 touchdowns, and that one interception. That one interception happening in the very beginning of the game, so it wasn't really game affecting.
Oh, I guess Les Henderson threw it up for the Hail Mary and Jack Robinson
Yeah, that kind of hurts his stats, but
wasn't having any of that.
what are you gonna do?
Hey,
We don't know the field position on that. Georgia could have been inside the red
yeah,
zone.
that's true. He could have tried
He
to.
just scored a touchdown. Aaron
no, that's
Shea, well,
definitely-
Missouri just scored it with 16 seconds to go.
They
so
could have
they
had a long
probably took
kickoff return or a long play and then called a timeout and been down
Well,
near the end zone.
Look at the timing of that though. Missouri goes down and ties it with 2:56 on the clock. Georgia gets the ball back, drives down in 1 minute and 53 seconds, and kicks a field goal to take the lead with 1:03 on the clock.
That's
in
really
that
interesting.
time-
It only took him like 2 minutes to drive down
It
the
took them
field and then kick a
56
field goal.
seconds to score. Yeah, it did. And then it took Missouri 50 seconds to go back down and score a touchdown pass.
That's the
You would have
power of
thought like
Aaron
Georgia would have
Shea.
killed way more clock if they were just gonna kick a field goal.
And that's the power of Aaron Shea. I mean, there's a
I've never
reason he's
been
front runner for the
40
Heisman right now.
But yeah, Aaron Shea
Yeah.
slinging the rock late in the game.
Maybe we can get some clarification from Saloon.
It's a
on
loss by
where
Georgia,
that interception
but
happened.
damn, that was a good game by both teams. That's
Brad McCullough is really regretting missing that one in the second quarter, even though they lost by 4, but that changes the game.
all right.
LSU at BYU, nothing really special here.
Did they kick their crap in? Not really.
Mark Starnes died on the field, went 15 of 31 for 242 yards with 3 interceptions.
When you said he died on the
Great
field, I
dying
looked at injuries. I thought you like said like dead.
There's not much about that LSU BYU. BYU
Harry.
I don't know. BYU's not as good as they were last year.
About the only category BYU did better in than LSU is punting average.
Guys, shout out to Stormstopper. He said UNC's extra point kicking was a no-show class.
Wow.
Funny as hell right there.
And let's go to the game of the season.
Holy crap!
U versus Notre Dame. God.
I hadn't looked at this one yet.
Yep.
Okay,
Oh,
so
man.
back and forth. Is there any big touchdowns? That's
Rocky Waters getting injured early in the game, and Brian Stratton saying, "Fuck you, I'll take that top spot."
Wait, so is Rocky Waters a starter?
Yeah.
Yeah.
And
Well, why
got
did he
injured-
go out? Why did he leave the game if it was only a day-to-day injury?
It's a hand injury, though.
Yeah, he can't
Like,
throw it.
If he can't throw, then he's injured. But that's
I've never seen somebody leave
point
the
here is
game with a
Brian
hand
Stratton
day-to-day.
said, "I'm going to take that fucking job from you, Rocky," and
And
threw
then-
5 touchdowns.
And then Engelberger on the ground runs for 4 touchdowns.
Absolute insanity. The sim must have fucked up or something. There must have been some kind of like.
No defense. Defense just did not exist.
There were 15 offensive touchdowns in this game.
Oh, wait, how many?
Well, with
defense-
offensive line ratings like that, the defense may not have. I don't know.
Although there was a
was
defensive
still-
touchdown.
Those offensive line
That's
ratings aren't even that elite. We've seen 9s and 8s in the other games. And
No, I know. We're saying like there must be no defense.
Charles
because-
Wood's getting 3 fucking sacks.
Guys, Brian Stratton is a 3 of 3 quarterback to step up in this game.
He's like what's his face, Reese, when he came in that one game.
Tommy Reese.
Um,
I don't know.
Stormstopper again saying Brian Stratton led his team through rocky waters. It was,
Wow.
uh,
The thing is, though, is if Rocky Waters plays the entire game, I don't know if Notre Dame wins.
this is a Matty Swift type situation, and now Notre Dame has the problem every coach has ever wanted. Who do you start
Quarterback
next week?
I guess you probably go back to Rocky Waters, and then if he gets hurt, you're not even that worried because you got Brian Stratton.
What year is Brian Stratton?
It's a good question.
And what year is Rocky Waters? Both of them.
According to Saluna, they always leave the game with day-to-day injuries. If it's a small injury, it just says out for this game.
Oh, I never. Yeah, I didn't remember that. Yeah, that makes sense.
Okay. Yeah, the score is inflated somewhat, but it was still 42-42 at the end of regulation. Like, that is not a low-scoring game by any means. And then all teams score touchdowns in overtime, apparently, because no one cannot score a touchdown.
I wonder who scored the 2. I wonder, I wish we got recaps on the 2-point conversions.
Yeah, that's the insane part.
I accidentally opened up the NFL HC depth charts.
Yeah, Purdue.
Jamal Brunell 6 for 99.
I just noticed this. Purdue was winning 42-28 at the end of the third quarter. So the
Yep.
fourth quarter was all
Classic
Notre Dame.
Purdue.
So, yep, Purdue blew it again.
Purdue blew it again.
Brian
But-
Stratton, holy shit, Brian Stratton is a junior who's 3 of 3.
Yeah,
What is Rocky Waters' year?
4-4.
Redshirt junior, 4-4.
Who starts next week?
Rocky Waters starts, and then
I'd say
if he
you
gets hurt.
have to start Brian Stratton with the hot hand. Go with the hot hand.
No.
And
I would
That's gonna
say
ruin
start
chemistry.
Waters
People are gonna be
unless something happens,
confused.
but no, you have a competent backup in Brian Stratton.
Yeah.
Saved your
Just play
fucking
Rocky Waters and let him do his thing, and if he gets hurt, no
Also-
big deal.
Holy shit, Charles Woods with 3 sacks. William Burnball with 1 sack.
Ted, can you check on Charles Woods? Is he a 505 or something?
Who's Charles Woods? What team? is
Charles
that?
Woods was a
Notre
recruit.
Dame.
Charles Woods is a 4-5 redshirt sophomore defensive end.
Yep.
Redshirt sophomore.
Redshirt
Yep.
sophomore.
He could declare.
I don't think so.
No, he's only
not.
Yeah, he's not his full potential, but next year he could declare.
Next
Maybe.
year he'll graduate. No, he won't.
No, he's a redshirt
Redshirt
sophomore.
sophomore.
Never mind.
He
Anyway,
might declare
so
after next season.
Purdue chokes. Notre Dame gets absolutely fucking lucky.
Why were they
I
playing in
think-
Nashville?
I
That's a
don't
good-
think.
Question.
Yeah.
It was probably
I
part of the
don't think
Shamrock
Notre Dame-
series. He does every year. He has a neutral game that he says is part of the Shamrock series.
Yeah.
Okay.
I don't think Purdue falls in the rankings after this. You can't really.
They lost. They're gonna fall. I mean,
You
that's
blew
not very
a 2-touchdown lead in the second half at a neutral site.
Against the number 4 team in the nation.
I don't know where you guys get this whole. Even if it's a close loss, they don't drop. If they lose, they fucking
they
drop.
lost.
And they're playing the number 4 team in the nation, and they're
I don't
ranked
care.
number
lost.
19.
They'll
fucking
probably
lost.
drop out of my poll. I
They
can say
lost,
that.
and they
They'll-
blew a
they'll-
2-touchdown
They'll probably
lead
drop.
in the
I'm probably
second
gonna drop
half.
them to like number 17, but
They're number 19. Where the fuck do you have them?
14. But
I think they
Yeah,
end
you
up
probably
dropping.
rank yourself.
If they don't drop out of this poll, they're gonna knock TCU out of the poll by dropping down to 24th or 25th.
they're already ahead of us. I mean,
I know, so then you should move back further.
doesn't make any sense. But no, I don't think they should drop out when you.
You're gonna say rank
when-
Georgia Tech, aren't you?
No,
Wait, what?
Are you gonna tell us to rank Georgia Tech now too?
If you want to, you can.
Okay.
No, nobody ranked Georgia Tech. God damn it.
Please don't.
Moving on, Georgia Tech at Miami. Why don't we just?
I'm
put
two
our
and I'm
mics
two and I'm 2-1 with a close loss to Michigan.
Let's just go ahead. Let's just go ahead and let Trey do this game by himself.
No, I need to hear y'all. I want to hear y'all talk about it.
You want to hear us talk about it?
I want to hear other people talk about how great my team is.
Well, to be honest,
Tommy Audios is pretty
it
good.
wasn't even real. I mean, they're up 18 at the end of the third quarter.
You almost. No,
Yeah,
it
you
was-
almost blew the lead in the fourth quarter.
Yeah,
You're just lucky that
They didn't get the
Paul
onside
ran
kick.
out of
ran out of time, really.
But it was a good game. You can't discredit Georgia Tech for this because As I was saying earlier, Georgia or Miami was overrated at 14. I'm not sure
Miami
Georgia
just
Tech.
went stagnant in the second quarter.
Yeah, and then Jamie Avery is one of the better. He's a 3.5, 3.5, I believe.
Yes, he is.
He's
Not
one of the
bad.
better. Yeah, he's solid for 3.5, 3.5. And
Trey,
Tony Potter.
do you not run the triple option?
You can't run the triple option in this sim, I don't think.
No,
I mean the option, whatever.
no.
But he's not
I
gonna tell
came-
you what he's fucking running.
I came very close.
There's no way he's running the option when he throws it.
I came very close this season to doing an experiment and putting my running back at quarterback, my back at running back, and my speed wide receiver at running back, and running the option and seeing what happened.
That would be so
Your
stupid.
quarterback would get injured, I'm sure of it.
Yeah, it'd be ridiculously dumb, and it's a good thing you didn't do that. Because you could have a solid season now because you didn't do that.
I might make a bowl game. Like I guess I'm so happy.
That was
My
a good
schedule
game.
isn't
It was-
too
All right,
difficult.
so wait, back to what we were talking about conferences earlier. Now you gotta kind of question if Miami can even challenge in the ACC Coastal.
And
so
you said they were
Pittsburgh
going to
is
be.
probably the team to beat in the Coastal.
Remember,
Pittsburgh
hey guys,
and
let's
North
quote.
Carolina.
Just
North
lost.
Carolina had a good game today, but they did just lose. But it
They
was
just lost
against-
when they played probably the best game they could have asked for.
Yeah, but they played a great game.
We're not
against the
talking about
number one
team
team.
rankings. We're talking about chance to win the conference. And with the way
Exactly.
North Carolina played today, they have a best chance of winning that end of the conference.
Yeah, it's North Carolina. I think Georgia Tech maybe is in there after their win today. I don't know. There's still a lot of uncertainty because we don't know how good Miami is yet, and Georgia Tech hasn't played a tough schedule,
We
They
played
beat-
Michigan.
and you lost.
But it was close. It wasn't a
All
blowout.
It was,
You know what?
but-
That close loss still
played
shows
Michigan.
Michigan in the
You
conference,
lost.
buddy.
But the point is, the other games were Kentucky, who I don't think has another win, and Miami. But Miami's good, and we're going to learn more about Miami. And Michigan, I still give you credit. That was a good game, but we don't know a lot about Michigan either. And outside of them, Pittsburgh, North Carolina, and I think Georgia Tech's probably the third team in there now after beating Miami.
I think they got lucky beating Miami because they did almost blow it in the fourth quarter.
Hey,
They almost
hey,
Purdue'd it.
almost doesn't matter. I won the game.
Well, I mean, if
True.
you keep almost losing, eventually you will lose and then not make a bowl game again.
Oh no! Oh, jeez.
Anyway, we got one more game to go over here.
It doesn't. I mean, it's Saluna, so we'll help. We'll give it some credit. Todd Jennings.
Jennings went out and beat
Yeah,
the
Todd
shit out of
Jennings is a Heisman.
Rutgers is bad. Atchme is shit. Michigan State sucks dick.
Did Atcheme even game plan? Probably not.
But I mean,
Uh,
you can't really take away from Saluna on that one. I'm
He
looking
did.
up.
Todd
Atchme's
Jennings did throw an
game plan.
interception, so
Yeah, he also
Yeah,
threw
but
the
I
ball
mean,
30
even
times
Berkshire
and-
throws interceptions sometimes.
He had
Atchme, he was on
66%.
today at 12:19 p.m., so there's no telling if he game planned or not, since it has to be 3 days in advance now.
Joseph Bernard sucks ass.
The whole game was pretty much. If that was the last game you watched
Julian
before
is-
Sunday, you'd be pretty let down. But otherwise, the night games were pretty damn stellar. Everybody got a little taste, but nobody got an upset. Kind of like it's kind
No,
of what you want to
Georgia
see.
lost.
Georgia
I got
Tech
an
got an
upset.
upset. Yeah, Georgia Tech got an upset.
Missouri got an upset.
I'm talking about
Missouri-
a big upset.
Missouri
Yeah.
over Georgia is definitely an upset.
and an unranked team
No.
taking down the number 14 team.
Georgia,
That's an upset.
Missouri over Georgia was not an upset. We all saw it
Since-
coming.
Yeah, we all picked.
If you're talking
Missouri.
rankings-wise,
Dude,
that's
we
an
did all
upset.
pick Missouri.
Yeah, like you can't call it an upset when we all picked Missouri.
I mean, we all knew Missouri was going to win it. Georgia had the higher preseason ranking, but I mean, it's not. You can only really call it an upset in ranking status. We all knew Missouri was going to win
Does
I
the
mean-
game against North Carolina take Texas, like, should they be worried to play Oklahoma and such? Well, I
Oh,
mean,
they
they
should
probably
be
should have been worried to begin with, but are they worried now to play, like,
I would, if I'm
Oklahoma State.
Texas, you have Boston or you have West Virginia. I think that's a win. their next game after that is Oklahoma. So they have a bye and then Oklahoma. I think they should be terrified for that. But after that, it's Baylor at Kansas, North Texas. They should win all of those.
If I don't
Kansas,
beat them, they're going undefeated until the
yeah,
champion.
yeah. If they prove they can beat Oklahoma, I don't think anyone's going to beat them. But if you beat them, then
I mean, either or, we still may rematch in the championship game.
weeks 11 and 12, they have at Texas Tech and at TCU, and then Oklahoma State at home week 13. I think that's a fairly difficult stretch for them. But outside of that, they don't have much, and it looks like they they shouldn't be too worried right now. But outside of Oklahoma and then weeks 11, 12, 13, they should win the rest of their games.
Hey, Danger, you know Big 12 basketball, right?
Fuck.
Should I
Fucking-
pick Baylor or Oklahoma?
Oh, probably Baylor.
Okay. If I lose that, I'm blaming.
Nobody cares. All right, we're going back to football or fake football.
I mean, we're out of things to talk about for fake football. We've been here for 2
Yeah, I
hours.
think-
The night game's been posted. I think we can shut it down now.
all right.
I
If
think
you
we
want to do
should.
that, that's fine.
Let's sign off here. It was a
Even though
great
it's
night
the
game.
This is probably the best set of night games we've ever gotten.
And it's
Not
funny
not
because
not
it's
ever,
like,
God, but probably in a long time.
but it's also
But especially with 2/3 of the top 25 on bye, and we have a night games like this.
well, I think it's especially a good set of night games because nobody thought they were gonna this wasn't like a hyped up week with a bunch of top ranked teams playing each other, but
Well, that's
it was still a
because
good set of games.
2/3 of the top 25 is on bye. But then when you have 1 playing 22, 9 playing 16, 5 playing a previous playoff team, 19 playing 4, 14 playing unranked, and 2 playing unranked. Yeah, those are all like suspiciously good games. And we all know Nebraska, since they had such a good recruiting class, is like one step away, as long as Rabbit isn't doing anything dumb as a coach.
Well, I mean, he always was in the top 10 rankings when they were updated.
Yeah.
But I think right now, it may look stupid, but I don't know. Nebraska is a threat. They had
Do I
two.
get Baylor next week? I hope I get Baylor next week.
All right,
Ooh,
are we
I
signing
play
off?
Duke. I play
Yeah,
Duke next morning, Saturday morning.
Let's sign
I'll
off.
win that.
Let's sign off. This is taking too long.
This took too long. I'm dead. Alright, actually though, this is Hi There. Just kidding, it's Cade. Thanks for listening to Game Day.
See you
Good
later.
night. Good night
This
from
was a
Columbia,
great game
Missouri.
day, everyone.
Yeah, good night from
Go
Columbia,
Jackets
Missouri.
and roll Tide.
Good night from Columbia, Missouri, where the Missouri Tigers take out the Georgia Bulldogs.
Aaron Schaefer
Roll
Heisman.
Tide, y'all.